Morning, everybody. It's 8:39. This is KHEA Radio. I'm super excited for the show we have today. Jennifer Fuller, we're going to have some people from the city of Mark. We got 10 seconds, Curt. Is there anything you'd like to say?
It's a great day!
I agree. Here we go.
It wasn't 10 seconds.
Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And it is Tuesday.
No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. You know what? I'm thrown off. You know why?
Because we had a short week.
We did. We had that extended weekend, Memorial Day, and we came in and we had a good time, sharing about our experiences and, honoring those that have gone before us, serving the military and other walks of life.
The one thing that is intriguing to me is that we still have to get the work done. It's like, hey, you can have a day off, but you still have to do all your work. I mean, we didn't get a day off.
Maybe even extra work, but
yeah, extra.
It was a shorter day. It was a shorter day.
No, I was still doing everything I needed to get done.
That's true. And we mentioned that earlier. So there's some other people that we talk to, and they do some awesome work all around us, right?
Right.
And Curt was saying, man, I was talking to this person. They seemed like they were kind of not necessarily on edge, but just kind of like wound up tight, trying to really work and get some stuff done.
Yeah.
And then I brought that up. I said, well, if you get Monday off, and then you have to get back into the swing of things, like it's not like that work magically disappeared, Friday whenever you clocked out. You went home, the work is gone. The work's still there, it needs to get done.
Wouldn't that be nice, though, that we didn't have to do the work? It would just be like, hey, you know what? That work just got done by itself. Little elves come in and get it done. Mm-hmm. That would make everybody so much happier.
It would be. I've had that for a while. Like, okay, so I used to work at AT&T, and then I worked for AT&T contractor before that.
Yeah.
But I remember doing work, going home, clocking out, and then thinking like, man, I still need to get that stuff done. I need to get that stuff done. And then some of the guys, like the veterans who had been working there for a while, they had been in that industry for, 10, 20, however many years, are like, hey, you can't do that. You can't be worrying about your work whenever you're off. Because if you do, then you're just going to get stressed out, and that's how you end up making mistakes and getting fired.
Yeah.
So in that industry, I realized, hey, you clock out, just try and relax, and then whenever you get back on Tuesday or whenever you come back on Monday, then it's like you're thrown back in and like, oh, let's go.
I used to work at Subway, and I was the closer, and I hated because no matter what everybody else did, you were the one stuck with it. They can be like, 6 o'clock, peace out. And you're like,
oh, man. Cleaning up everybody's mess.
Like, you can't leave. And so here I am. I was in high school, actually. I was a high school student working until like 11 o'clock because, Subway closes at 11, or it did. And
that's late.
I know, it was late. But then it was midnight, 1 o'clock before I could leave because all the other people couldn't do their job.
Wow.
Like, peace out, it's 6 o'clock.
I'm sorry about that, Curt.
But it taught me a lot.
It did.
It taught me how to do stuff here where Gardy's like, peace out, it's 4:30.
Peace out, it's 11 o'clock, show's over, Curt. Hey, have fun, go do all this stuff, right?
Right, yeah. So it's taught me a lot.
I'm glad.
I grew from that experience.
I'm glad Subway prepared you for this. Here's the other thing about KHEA Radio.
Yes.
We don't get days off. You know why?
Because
I said we're coming to work.
There's the world doesn't stop.
It don't stop.
The music don't stop.
Well, the music stopped right now, but whenever we take a break and go off the FM, it'll keep going.
Here's the best part about that Subway job.
Choo-choo.
Have you ever done this before where you think that if there was like an all-state Subway in restaurant,
okay,
that you would be like the
insurance,
closer.
Allstate insurance?
No, like Allstate, like the best
awards.
Awards.
Yeah.
Like if they had like the best closer, like I'm the best closer in the world, like I'm the best closer in the county, so they would put me as the closer of the Subways. And
yeah,
I used to think that all the time, like I'm the best closer. So if
that's a good mentality to have, I guess, at Subway. Sometimes you bring it in here as well, and but it's also good to be humble.
Yeah, I'm humbled. I'm humbled. But never.
So we're still working on that part. But it's 8:43. If you're watching on Facebook, good morning to you. Feel free to share this video out. We have a ton of fun stuff lined up today. And then we have actually some really cool things happening this afternoon. We may share if we get the chance. But if you're listening on 99.5 FM, thank you. Call and text a friend or even text us, 346-704-1806. Let us know what you got going on today.
Yeah, there's a lot that's happening. We're going to be talking about food. We're going to be talking about working out. We're going to talk about beauty. with Jennifer Lopez Fuller. She's going to be coming in at 9 o'clock. We're also then going to be talking to the city of Lamarck about a cleanup that's taking place this Saturday. You know, we live in the city of Lamarck, Gardy, and we love the city of Lamarck. And we want to keep it beautiful.
I do.
And we want to keep it clean.
Yeah, I grew up here. I grew up in Lamarck. I moved here when I was about 10 years old. My parents still live here. I was at my parents' house, you know, on Monday for Memorial Day. And I love Lamarck. You know, and KHEA Radio being a part of Lamarck, seeing the future plans that the city has and the development that's coming and the revitalization of like downtown Lamarck, it's really fun to see and be a part of and just watch it happen.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going on, and you know, we are a positive radio station. You know, we like to spread positivity. We don't attack people. We don't bring them down.
Not on the air.
Not on the air. Behind the scenes, maybe.
Yeah, just in person.
Just in person. But we love spreading positivity, and I think one of the positive things that there is, and the best that you can do is go clean things up. You know, if things are bad or things are, you know, messy, what do?
You call the closer.
You call the closer.
You call the closer from Subway.
You call the Subway closer, and you go in and you clean it up, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing by spreading this message today at the 10:30 time slot, so that way we can find out how our community, can continue to grow and continue to clean up.
You know, I feel like there should have been a TV show about you being the closer at Subway, and I'm gonna feel like you agree.
I do
with me, and it would be called The Closer, of course, and it's about a young man in high school figuring life out.
Oh my gosh!
While working at Subway, closing every day.
There is drama.
Oh, there would be drama.
You
would create it yourself.
I didn't create it. It was the other people, the people who clocked out at 6 o'clock, and then Kurt had to do. Oh my gosh! When you're a high school student and you have a bunch of high schoolers working for you, like at this Subway that did.
Were you the manager?
No, I wasn't the manager. I was the closer.
But everybody was working for you. You said when you're a high school student, you have a bunch of high school students working for you.
Well, I'm talking about no, not for me.
In your head, you were the manager.
No, for my boss.
Oh, okay,
the boss lady. You know, like I'm gonna get myself. People are gonna think that this is not on me. This is on.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, but
it is on you.
High school students, when you work at a place, but not me. I didn't do this, but I had to put up with it because then I was assumed that I would do this. But free food. People would come in and they would get free food.
Kurt, are you telling me when you worked at Subway?
I didn't do this.
As a kid in Nebraska in high school?
No.
You were making yourself free Subway sandwiches? You know what?
I knew you were going to jump to this.
Okay, here's the thing.
I knew you were going to jump to this.
It always comes back to dessert with you, doesn't it?
The free cookies.
Subway had free. You even said free cookies. Kurt, they're not for free.
Do it.
They're never for free. Subway has no program that I know of where you just get a free cookie.
They don't. But
how come you say free cookies?
Because that's what the other workers did. And then I had to put up with this.
I'm tagging Subway.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to get me in so much trouble.
Yep.
But anyways.
Subway, eat fresh.
Anyways.
Cookies.
People would come in and they would ask for free stuff. They're like, "Hey, so you're going to give this to me for free?" And I'm the all-star closer. And I always said, "No." One time someone got so mad at me that they jumped over the counter to start to beat me up because I told them no, I wasn't giving them free stuff. And I had to fight them off and get them out from back behind.
Was it your mom? Who was it?
No,
who would feel that entitled to just be like, just give me something free?
Yeah, it was
a friend from school.
Yeah, a friend from school. It's like
they're not your friend if they're going to try and beat you up,
right? No, and I had to push him back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was. That would make the movie for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're listening on 99.5 FM, do you have any instances of working in fast food, first of all, maybe in the past, maybe you work in fast food now? What are some of the stories that you have come across that you've had to deal with? Let us know. Because, fast food, you can learn customer service real quick there. You know, and it's customer service isn't the easiest thing for everybody.
It's so hard when people, especially Subway. We had a drive-through at Subway.
Oh, that's what Subways need.
It was one. It was the worst. The worst.
We're trying to guess how to make someone sandwiches. It's custom. Everything's custom.
And then so usually it was me by myself too. At night, closing by myself. Right.
I also feel like you probably had people there, but you're just in the zone. You're like, I'm the closer. You just zone out everybody there, living in your own little Subway world.
No, it was literally me the whole time.
That's what's going to happen. And I say this all the time. When Curt writes his autobiography, because he will, I guarantee it one day, it's going to be KHEA Radio, the Curt Casper story. And I'm going to be like X'd out. I'm not involved at all. It's like, I had an idea for a radio station.
Find and replace every time I typed in the word Gardy and just remove it.
Just me by myself. Like it was like Curt and me by myself. He's just going to, I'm going to be gone. Like wiped from history.
Me by myself and Curt.
Exactly. That would happen. So I can see that happening at Subway. You probably had the person now who closed with you every day is like, what about me? And you're like, no, me by myself.
Well, it was me by myself. And the people would be like, I don't know what comes on the sandwich. Can you read me the ingredients? And you're like, why don't you just come on in and look at the ingredients? Oh, my gosh. It was so frustrating. And there's like people standing in line and you're like, you can have bell peppers, onions, green peppers.
What are my options?
Honey mustard.
Well, this is probably before everybody had a smartphone, too. And I would just say, like, hey, go to Subway.com. You can see all our ingredients and just list it off yourself.
No, it was literally, yeah. And then they had the little talk back, and so you had to push the button to talk. Oh, my gosh.
Can we get back to how you used to steal cookies from Subway? And
this was not me stealing cookies from Subway.
You called them the free cookies, but they do have some of those, like, really, really good cookies.
Man, the best cookies are their sugar cookies. But...
You would eat them raw? Would you eat them raw,
too? Oh, yeah, but I would pay for them.
You animal.
You know what the best part was? Being an employee there is every night when I would go in, I would actually put in a dozen sugar cookies, like, into the oven, and then I would, have fresh cookies to eat for my sandwich later on. And then in the morning, they had, sugar cookies that I didn't eat, but I would always have the fresh sugar cookies.
Curt.
They had the best sugar cookies ever.
Well, are you going to try and take me to Subway? Are you buying me a cookie
They don't
today?
do them anymore. They don't do sugar cookies anymore at Subway. They took away the best thing about Subway. The best part. And the other thing that they done goofed.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to run Subway one day. I'm going to take over, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to get it back to what it used to be.
Just start
Drive-thrus, and sugar cookies. And they had this, like, garlic sauce that you could put on the bread. So then you could get garlic toasted sandwiches. And it was the bomb.
I may have the solution for your Subway dilemma. So yesterday we had some conversations with Michael Antonini. He owns some local sandwich shops, sub shops here in the area, and we scheduled him to come in studio. He said he's actually going to bring some sandwiches. I may have to ask him if he has sugar cookies as well. And if he doesn't, maybe he can just go to the store and bake some for you.
The best part about working at a fast food restaurant, and I worked at Subway and I worked at McDonald's for like 2 weeks. But
okay.
Anyways, that's a long story. That's chapter 2 of the book.
Oh, brother. Here we go. The closer.
The closer, chapter 2.
In the KHEA Radio, the Curt Casper story.
Anyways, oh man, where I was going. Oh, the best part is you actually know how to make the food. Like you come up with your own recipe that's not on the menu, and you're
Subway?
Like, yeah, and it's the best. Like I make the most delicious sandwiches ever.
I feel like Subway, you're not making up stuff. That's just the options. Like you can pick the bread, you can pick the meat, and what goes in it.
Yes,
you're like it's not on the menu,
but it's not on the menu. But because I would do like a turkey and ham, and I would put double American cheese.
You're wild.
And then I would put mayo, and then I would stick it in the toaster.
Okay.
And then when it was out of the toaster, I would put it in the oven. Or not in the oven, in the microwave. And then I put more mayo on it. So then when you're biting into it, the mayo is like dripping out the bottom. And it was so good. And then you take your Sun Chips and you pick up
Sun Chips.
You pick up the mayo with the Sun Chip from that dripped out of the sandwich. It was so good.
Do they still have a Subway in Lamar? Does anybody know? I remember
one over there by Sonic and that gas station. Yeah, there's that Subway right there.
Okay. There used to be one over, it was HEB in Arlen's whenever I was growing up. It used to be, Pilgrim's Cleaners, Church's Chicken, across the street.
Subway. Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there? Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes.
That's the one I'd go to. So me and one of my best friends after school, he lived a street over from me, and his girlfriend would sometimes give me a ride home.
Yeah.
With the three of them, and they would go and get cookies, but they would pay for them. That's the only that was the difference.
Wow.
And we would pay, go get cookies.
Okay,
Subway.
Hey. Curt has never taken a free cookie from Subway.
They're not. Why do you keep calling them free cookies? They're not for free.
Oh.
Okay. It's 8:54. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. We have Jennifer Fuller, who's actually in the building. I can sense her presence. She's going to be coming in and talking about fitness, talking about beauty. She's going to be talking about if we can get her on the topic, the Bay Area Houston food lovers. But right now, she's taking a change in her approach, and I think she's focusing on herself, focusing on fitness, eating right, and getting in shape, doing some cool things.
I think I'll break that today.
But food is a big part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Getting in shape. You're not allowed to have Kurt's free cookies from Subway if you're trying to get, at least like every day.
It's going to be hard for Jennifer to not avoid the Delta Blues.
Hey, here's some really cool stuff. So Monica, she said, "Hey, I used to love Wyatt's. Me too. It was like Wyatt's Cafeteria. Have you ever heard of one?"
What is it?
So if you think of Luby's, that's the closest comparison. I remember being a kid and going to Wyatt's and the mall in Lake Jackson. I believe they used to have one, but I'd always get the chocolate milk, and they had this little glass. Man, and the chocolate milk was so smooth. That was just like my favorite part of Wyatt. So Jim said, used to work at Wyatt's Cafeteria. Steamed broccoli with cream gravy was much better than the cheese. Oh, wow. Than the cheese sauce. So I guess putting the cheese on there?
Man, we're just going to get on a soapbox this morning and just jump up there and make extreme statements that all that is better than cheese.
Here's Chelsea. Chelsea Vandergold said from Jersey Mike she loves the bacon ranch chicken cheese steak sub. That sounds good, too. Oh, man. Hey, Soliana, it says something, too. She said that she used to work in fast food, and I just like fast food. I quit my second day, but got rehired and quit again the same day. I feel like they should learn.
Going back to chapter 2 of my book.
Okay.
The closer, the Kurt Casper story.
All right.
It's the prequel to KHEA Radio, the Kurt Casper story.
Best New York Times bestseller, of course.
Yeah, it's definitely on the top seller list. I worked at McDonald's for like 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
So I did it because I needed a job, right? My mom was like, "Hey, you're making like $100 a month, right?
Yeah.
Doing this." And as a kid, I was like, "Yeah, I'm making like that."
That's big money, Mom.
Big money.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "I will pay you that to stay at home and watch, your little brother for the summer." And I was like, "Stay at home and make money? Oh, yeah." So I stayed at home and made money.
How old were you?
I was 18.
Okay.
But the best
I
part...
like your voice for you, 18-year-old. Oh, stay home, make money.
I know, it was great. Mommy.
Wow.
Well, the best part was the
you.
manager was like, "You can't leave us. You're like the best. You can't leave. Like, you just jumped in. Like the other day when you swept and mopped the floor, like nobody sweeps and mops the floor around here." And I was like,
"Please stay."
They're like, "Please stay."
Kurt, you should have been like, "Pay me $101 a month and you have me."
They're like, "You can do the drive-thru. It's so easy." I'm like, "Yeah, I can do the drive-thru by myself at Subway," and it was great.
But did they make you close by yourself?
At McDonald's?
You know what the deal breaker for you was?
McDonald's was 24 hours a day. There was no closing McDonald's.
They probably didn't have free cookies. Kurt's free cookies at
No,
Subway.
they had free McChickens. I mean, wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Free ice cream?
Free ice cream.
Yeah.
No, the ice cream machine never worked.
Even really? That's the joke everywhere. The ice cream machine is currently broken. So right now it's 8:57. We're going to take a quick break. Coming back in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Jennifer Fuller in studio talking about everything awesome in the world of Jennifer Fullerness.
I did I want to say before we move on to Jennifer Lopez Fuller, Friday night, 7 o'clock, come join us at Bayshore Grill in San Leon. We're giving away a cruise. We're going to be announcing that winner at 7 o'clock. We'll be doing it on our Facebook page. You can tune in and listen live and see if you're going to be winning that cruise if you haven't heard yet. If you haven't seen the news yet. If you haven't been living under the rock yet, we're giving away a cruise through Karen and the team at Your Vacation Edge. It's our featured video on our Facebook page. All you have to do is like, share, and comment on that to win.
So go do that. Go find that video. Hey, Solion said, worst deal ever. I'd rather stay at McDonald's. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Bethel, Drenched in Love. If you're listening on 99.5 FM, stay tuned. If you're on Facebook hanging out with us, you're going to get some of the behind the scenes. Stay tuned to Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. Kurt
clapping along with it. Wow. Oh, it was like at the opener.
Yeah, Thomas, you excited? You could be the winner of the cruise. Thomas is watching from Oklahoma. We appreciate you, Thomas.
Thomas can win.
He can win. Anybody can win.
You know, the best part is the van is going to pick up anybody in order to bring them back. Obviously in Galveston County, like in the area. So if like you're flying in from Hobby, they'll pick you up and take you to the cruise.
Yeah. Thomas, you could find free. Like a really quick hop on it's like Southwest. Something is probably sometimes it's like $99. I want to get away. Yes, I do. I want to go on a cruise. I'm taking a $99 flight down to Houston. Then from Hobby, I'm heading to Mexico. having a good time. What's up? How are you doing?
All these fancy cameras now. Ugh.
It's been a while, and Curt had mentioned something. So, he was like, "Is Jennifer bringing someone in?" I was like, "No, she's coming by herself." He's like, "I think this is the first." No, it's good. He's like, "I think this is the first time that she's coming in by herself." I said, "I know." So we're excited to have you in here.
No, the very first time I was by myself.
Were you?
Yeah. The very first time. And then I came with Bayshore.
Okay.
And then this is my third.
And then we talk about oysters. So, so Bayshore. Speaking of Bayshore, we're going to be back at Bayshore on Friday because we're going to be doing our cruise giveaway announcement. I think we're going to do a little
Jennifer,
bit of a show.
are you going to be there?
No.
Aw.
What do you have going on?
What day?
Friday
at
night.
7.
It's just late.
It is late.
But it's a chance to win a cruise. Like,
If you win the cruise
Yeah.
and your name gets called,
I don't like cruises.
you don't like cruises?
I'm scared that it's going to have one of those horror stories.
But not this one.
Yeah, you're right. I know. I know they're awesome. I would rather have somebody, a viewer.
Who really wants to go. There's a lot of people who are excited
but I
about
might go
it.
check it out, bring the kids. They're out of school now. So.
Yeah, cool. Hey, how is summer going?
Well, they get out tomorrow.
Oh, my kids got out. They've been out for a week already.
Oh, yeah.
So they're broken in for it. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
Bouncing
So
off
this
the
could be
walls.
my last little appearance until they go back to school. Otherwise, they'll be sitting here playing
That's fine.
playing their little tablets.
Yeah, you give them a tablet, put them in that's what my kids do, and they're like good to go, like
Yeah.
till it dies.
Yeah.
And then it's just
Well,
like,
mine gets angry and sometimes hits the tablet. So it's still
are they
chaos.
watching YouTube videos or playing games
They
on there?
play games, like the little imitation games of Minecraft. There's one called
Yeah.
Roblox. And
Roblox.
All these things. So.
My wife said, "I like your haircut. You got your hair done. It looks
Thanks.
good."
Thank you. Yeah, cut the little red off and,
It's a summer look.
new me. Like
Yeah.
I said, I took my little nails off, my little blingy nails, because
If you're gonna be starting at the gym,
hashtag same.
yeah, it's kind of weird. It kind of feels good though.
yeah,
I can text a lot faster.
yeah, cool. So let's see. We're about to go back on the FM in about 35 seconds. We're talking to Jennifer Fuller. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, or you've probably seen Jennifer around.
Do you have a recommendation for Bayshore Grill for Friday night for people who are coming to watch to see if their name is called for the cruise?
I haven't been there in a while, and I heard they have a new chef who makes amazing food. So I haven't been since he's been there, but I'm pretty sure anything on the menu would be really good. I've always liked the oysters, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What else they've got going on? I've seen a really cool, a meatloaf sandwich.
That's what I was going to bring up.
So
cool. I'm going to go back on the FM right now. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have Jennifer Fuller here in studio. What's up, Jennifer? How are you doing today?
pretty good.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
So you've been busy doing a lot of events. This year has been kind of nuts so far, hasn't it?
It has. Right.
And
Yeah.
summer's upon us. So what does that mean? Are you going to be doing some more of the same, or are you kind of switching it up?
So summer, I'm backing off unless somebody reaches out to me to do something. I'm just gonna take it easy and focus on just spending time with my kids and doing a lot of gym stuff. And,
Yeah. So their summer's about to start, right?
Yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow.
Are they excited? The
Yes.
kids.
Oh yeah.
Are
yeah.
you excited for summer though?
She's
for
like,
the kids to be out of school.
Normally, I'm like, oh gosh, here it comes. But I'm really looking forward to just being able to have that time to not have to take them to school or do anything, just to make life simple. Just hang out with the kids and hang out at the gym and do my little obligations I have to do. And just kind of, my husband will be gone doing military stuff for a solid 2 months. So.
Oh wow.
You know, she's not paying her kids $100 to stay at home.
His mom used to do that.
Oh.
She made him quit McDonald's.
She's
As an
like, I'll
18-year-old.
pay you what you're making at McDonald's, which is like $100 a month to come in.
What year was this?
This was like when you were making like $5.25 an hour, you know, and then taxes. And it was like, by the end of it, it was like every hour is making like $2 or something.
To stay home and spend time with her? Or
Well,
just
to
house
watch
sit?
house sit and watch my brother and
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
like.
She really likes Curt.
Yeah.
She was,
I guarantee you there's nobody in this world who loves Curt as much as his mom does.
besides me.
Aw.
Well, Curt loves himself more. Kurt's number one. He loves himself more than number two is his mom.
True. And then number 3 is Naola, so it's all good.
Aw.
Yeah, but yeah, Curt. Nobody loves Curt as much as Curt does.
True.
You would pay yourself to stay home, to hang out with yourself, I'm sure, have those conversations.
Can we write this book? I really do. Like, now I'm thinking about this. We were joking that we should write the closer, the Curt Casper story, and then like it could be followed up by KHEA, the Curt Casper story.
Yeah, how he launched, like he did it all by himself. I told him like I would just get replaced. He would be like anywhere that there says Gardy, he's just like find that and cross it out and be like, and Curt did it by himself. Like Gardy and Curt did it by himself.
See, that's what you should. I was hoping that maybe you would say that when we started the FM for this segment. Be like, this is Kickstart with Curt, and he did it by himself.
It happens. It happens. So we're talking to Jennifer Fuller, and if you're not a part of Bay Area Houston Food Lovers, you need to go join it. So that's a group that is huge. You also have some other groups that you have been doing that are on Facebook as well. What are some of those?
I have the beauty group for women only, where we just discuss beauty stuff.
I accidentally tried to join that one time. I got denied.
But now your wife's in it.
My wife is in it.
So
is my girlfriend. This is how we got into it. We decided that our significant other.
I know. I figured that.
Well, I'm not in it. She doesn't show me. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I can't tell you. It's part of the rules.
Oh, come on.
It's the worst.
Whatever.
It is.
It's okay. Yeah.
We want in.
Okay.
Actually, we're not letting you off the air until you let us into the group.
Okay.
Sorry, the shakedown.
But beauty is important.
Yeah. It all started when I brought this charcoal stuff to whiten my teeth off of Amazon. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, does this stuff even work? What else is out there? What dentist does teeth whitening?
Yeah.
And then I just thought I started it 4th of July last year. And so I started it because who else has questions like what's the best teeth whitener and hair conditioner and face moisturizer and all these new things I've learned since the group. So
that's cool.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah. So if you see there's a need and like, hey, I bet I'm not the only one who's looking for a place to talk about common things or ask questions, and just create that place for them.
That's how all my groups have started. Really, either something I needed or something somebody said, hey, can you do it? Please do a pet lovers group.
You have one now? Mm-hmm. A pet lovers group.
Bay Area Pet Lovers.
That's awesome.
And it's just fun pet photos and questions. Nothing sad or depressing. It's just
Gardy, is she going to start a Bay Area's taco group next?
Oh, please don't. You would crush us. So we do have a taco group, right? Which you're a part of. Mm-hmm. So we saw there was somebody. It was actually Perry Brooks with 3BQ. I believe he posted a picture and was like, a T-shirt or something that said, hey, I love tacos and my dog or something like that. And those are the two things. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, everybody started posting pictures of their pets.
I didn't understand that.
I was like, how did this even happen?
There was nothing in there that said post your pictures of your pets, but literally everybody started post. And it was dogs.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Posted his cat.
I wanted my cat to be in there, so I put my cat in there.
You can join my group and post. That's what people do, is post pictures of their animals.
Yeah.
They dress them up, photos. I mean, people love their animals. My husband did yesterday. Our dog was spayed, and we took a picture of her.
Yeah.
With her big donut around her head, and so it's a nice. It's another nice, happy place to just go spend time.
Well, what I learned is people are looking for places to post pictures of their pets because we didn't even ask, and all of a sudden it was like boom. So that's a great community that you have created,
right.
And hope we need to go on that post and be like, hey, if you're not a part of this group, go join. Which we welcome your dog photos into Talk of Taco sometimes, but that's a great place to post pictures of your pets.
Right.
Show that you love them.
Right.
That's awesome. What a great group.
Yeah.
The beauty group, though, can we go back to that really fast? Because I wanted to say something.
Sure.
You want a men's beauty group, don't you?
I want a men. You know why? Because when guys have to go and I mean, I have great skin. Like
obviously
I have fantastic skin. I put hand sanitizer on my face every morning, and it works. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
It works. It makes it sparkly. It like burns off all of the
those are the things
skins.
maybe some guys on a budget would like to know.
Right. So, but when you go and there's like all these women beauty products and you have to pick a face wash, I don't know.
Well, then there you go. And that's when you start your own group.
What would it be called?
I just want to be in the women's group.
Yeah.
I feel
but
like
when there's a
not
need
fair.
or you can't find it yourself,
Are there
find it.
any other guys in that group?
No, there's no men. There are no men. Even if you have a husband and wife joint account, you're not allowed in the group.
Dang, laying down. What if I created?
I'm going to say Kurt's probably about like like less than a month away from having to create a joint Facebook account with his girlfriend. So,
she'll be
you
kicked
get
out.
kicked out.
That's how I get her kicked out of it.
Curt, if you started a beauty group, it would be like Curt Casper, the most beautiful man alive group, and then you like try and request people and be like, why is nobody else in this group except my mom and me? And
I need more book material, because once I get done with the KHEA, the Curt Casper story, then I'm gonna need the beauty group Curt Casper story.
Yeah, being in like
Bay Area
pageants.
beauties group for men.
Well, that's what Gina said. Secrets of the Bay Area.
Yeah, Bay Area beauties.
Boom. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this video out. If you have any questions for Jennifer or for us about anything going on, feel free to let us know. So we had a friend of yours, Billy, in studio yesterday from the Iron Den. That's a local gym right here in League City. Did you watch that? Did you hear Curt doing his music?
Yeah.
It's great.
Does it come off bad in like over the phone too, or is it just bad in my ears?
Just like he just said it, how it sounds.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm surprised you don't have like a cough drop yet in your mouth. I heard it.
It hurts.
Yeah.
That's why I have
3 drinks.
3 drinks over here to get. This one's actually yours. This coffee.
Do you want
here.
a coffee?
No.
Okay.
Did you want a coffee?
Yes. Give me the coffee.
Okay, because then I have 3 drinks over here.
Okay. Now I have 2. So we had Billy in studio talking about fitness, and I was talking to him about, some goals and some other stuff. And for me, like working out has been a part of my life, and then having to make some adjustments in our schedules and all that, things change, right? So for you were really big into fitness at one time, or even now. Can you share like what kind of led you to this decision to focus on you this summer?
Yeah, so back in my late 20s, I was in the gym all the time. Your priorities are a little bit different when you're you're single and 20 something, and so that was my priority back then. And I went to the gym all the time, and I enjoyed it. And then I started paralegal school, so that was 3 nights a week from 6 to 10 p.m. for 2 years straight.
Wow.
So the gym took the back burner, and I just eventually quit going. And I'm telling you, if you don't use it, you lose it. Just like they say, your muscle will go away and it'll be filled up with all new stuff if you don't use it. So I've tried off and on to lose weight throughout the years, but I'm doing it different this time. Used to, I would just go cold turkey, these super drastic diets. Like I would, after the Christmas holiday, I would go vegan, and I would lose weight.
Yeah,
2 months going vegan, strict plant-based. But this time, it's going to be different, and it's going to happen, like no doubt about it. Because I'm just, mentally, I'm just ready to feel better about myself. And and sometimes I get bored. And this is something new. It's like a new challenge for me, something new. And I love the audience, because I feel like, I can't let anybody down. I don't want to be that failure.
Somebody asked earlier, one of the things you're doing is going to Rush Cycle. Is that right?
Well, so I was doing Rush Cycle, but with the kids out of school, they don't have daycare, obviously. So I put that on hold.
Well,
can you put them on the cycle? Can you put the kids on there?
Oh, no.
Would they be like, no, where's my iPad? So mine would be like, no, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. So I'm a member of the fitness center at South Shore. Been paying for a membership and haven't gone. So
that's where you've been going?
That's where my membership is, but I haven't been going.
Okay.
So that's where I'm going to start going. So the first week, my goal was June 1st to really hit it hard and do it. So right now I'm transitioning to that, which is, like I said, something new. Usually I'm like, boom, I'm done with wine or, everything.
Right.
All at once. And so I'm easing into the transition now, and I feel really good about it. Like I said, it will help that my husband will be gone for a little while, because when we get together, we like to eat and cook and go out to dinner. So I can just kind of focus on me.
So is this a game plan that you have kind of come up with yourself, or is it something that you like seeked advice with and be like, hey, let's lay this out. I want to be successful. What can I do?
Well, so I had a friend of mine, Dana. She runs Bow Beauty in Friendswood. She's become a really good friend of mine. She invited me to her gym in Friendswood. It was like the warehouse type facility. And I thought, oh gosh, this isn't going to work. I went and I had an assessment, and the owner trained with me, and I was really shocked at my strength and stamina.
Yeah.
Because, I just assumed, this is going to be embarrassing. And that gave me the motivation to actually do this, I've had the knee issues going on.
Right.
I thought I did squats with him. If I can do squats and I can do all this funky stuff this man had me do, I can do it, So that's kind of what really pushed me to say, you know what, you may not be 26 anymore, but you still have everything you need to do what you need to do.
Cool. Has everybody been supportive so far?
Yes. In front of me.
That's what I was going to say. Well, I see a lot of comments on here.
I wish I could see. I can't do two things at once. Otherwise, I could respond. But if somebody asks me something, I let me know and I'll answer.
Well, here's some comments about the fitness center. Melinda said, "Amen, girl, you can do it." Monica said, "Slow and steady, Jennifer. You've been super inspiring."
Yeah.
So that's cool. How does that make you feel?
I like that because I've gotten a lot of private messages. I put my weight out there, everything. I've always been really embarrassed of the weight that I've gained because some people remember me back in the day, and then it's just I'm embarrassed for them to see how I've let myself go. But who cares? It's like, this is me. This is how much I weigh, and then I'm going to weigh in again. I'm going to weigh in on the 1st and the 15th throughout the summer, and I'm looking forward to those weigh-in days.
Yeah.
And I've had women message me and say, you've done something that I've thought about doing, but never had the courage to do it. So,
wow. So what's that change in diet going to look like? Because from what we've learned over the past, year or so, that's the most important part, like changing your diet. So
diet and then exercise. Like diet's
Yeah.
number one. You can exercise all day long, and if you have a crappy diet, I mean, you're not gonna. You might not be as overweight as you would if you weren't working out, but it's just diet is very important.
Are you going to be cooking at home mostly, or is there ways that you can do prep food or?
I don't really need to do prep because I don't work. So, I thought about it and I'm like, why would I need to prep? Because I can cook in my home, and I can't do the 5 meals a day type of thing.
The same thing.
Now I can do 5 meals with 2 of them being like a protein shake or banana or something like that to help you from being starving.
I mean, for me, the hardest part was just prepping the water and having the boiling water. So I took care of that.
What are you talking about?
I boil the water and then I put it in the refrigerator and then it's ready to go.
I've seen that meme.
Have you seen that meme? You haven't?
No, I have not.
No, it's like, when you're just really tired of boiling water, prep it.
Oh, yes, I have seen that.
Yeah.
That's funny. So whenever I've done like some food prepping before, like if we cook something healthy, like me and my wife at home, okay, so it's like turkey, maybe, I don't know, whatever's on the side, vegetables, right? So then it's like, okay, well, we have 5 servings of this, and then we got to eat the same thing over again?
That's why I think the same thing, too. Plus, I've always had a problem prepping chicken breasts. You can cook it, and then 2 days later, you would heat it up in the microwave. It never turns out good for me. So I want to do something different every meal. So
what time should we come over, and what time are meals? Because
you're right down the street from
I know,
me. You're welcome
I'm ready.
anytime you and your wife, your kids come swimming. It's summer.
Okay, so what's for lunch? Next, look at Kurt's face.
You can come too, but you live further.
I don't care. I'm driving down to play by the pool. And,
everybody can come.
I do wish, one day, we're looking for houses, KHEA house hunters, right?
Is yours for sale?
No,
I need a pool.
No.
Do you have a spare room?
I've
But
decided.
you guys were right down the road from my house the other day with that.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. They didn't have a pool.
Cayman Bend.
I was going to be really upset, though, because the neighbors had a pool and the other neighbor had a pool and I wasn't going to have a pool.
Yeah.
I mean, so I told them, I said, I want this price range. I want $400,000 for this
about
house.
$2.5 million or so.
To about 2.5. That's about my price range. But I need a pool.
Yeah, don't get a house without a pool.
But 3 houses down, one of the people owned an ice cream truck.
Yeah, ice cream truck maybe. It pushed me over, but it was the pool. Not having a pool, like lack of a pool, is a big deal for me.
I'm going to tell you, there's nothing worse than hearing your neighbors having fun in the pool
and not inviting
summer,
you,
and you're on your little turf of grass, hot, and you can hear them playing Marco Polo. You're just like,
is that why you got a pool?
Yes. That was in the Woodlands. Our neighbors got a pool, and I could hear their kids playing, and we're just hot, and I have a blow-up pool, and it's dirty with grass floating in it.
Marco Polo, this.
Yeah.
So we got a quote for a pool, and by the time we got a quote, I'm like, if we're gonna pay that much, let's just move back down to
get a new house
where I'm from with a pool. So
yeah. So y'all bought a house with a pool?
Yes.
That's important.
That was all we were looking for.
Whenever we moved to Lamarck, I was 10 years, or I was about 12, but that's one of the things, like, the house had a pool. And so for me, I was sold. Like, as a little kid, I'm like, let's go. And then the other thing, whenever everybody was moving boxes, I was so excited about the pool, and I kind of did it on purpose because, I mean, I was trying to get out of work, too. Like, I didn't want to move. I was like, hey, is it cool if I go swimming? My parents were so happy. They're like, yeah, you can go swimming. You know, he's excited to move here. So I'm, like, swimming, and everybody else is, like, moving boxes, and I'm just, like, peeking around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, Mom. Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do need a pool, though, in my next house.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Living here, it just gets so hot.
We were in downtown Texas City yesterday next to Rise Surf. We shot some videos there. We're doing a giveaway
For a surfboard and a guitar that's autographed by some awesome musicians.
Oh,
But
cool.
next door, there's an opening for a lease building. It's like a building. It looks like a square box.
It used to be a soda, like a specialty soda shop, is what they said. It used to be like novelty sodas, which is kind of neat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like 60,000 is what they think. Like, I can easily afford that.
Live in
But
the box.
you know, the best part is there's enough room in the back. Maybe I could build a pool. Like, dig it myself.
Yeah, that's true. I'd help you.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I would help supervise. That's what
yeah.
I meant. Yeah. No, Kurt has a shovel and he's digging the hole, and I'm just like, you missed a spot. We're like, oh, it's, and then we just pour concrete. Oh man, I can't even do that.
Oh, man.
That would be funny.
I could do it. Texas City, I'd have the downtown place to be.
Yeah.
When you're ready to build
I
your
don't
pool,
have a shower, so I need a pool.
you can check out my Bay Area Business Referrals group.
Oh, is that what it's called? Bay Area Business Referrals.
Yeah.
Are we allowed in there?
Yeah.
Okay, because Kurt's been doing this thing lately. Can you share what you've been doing? Like
But
referring
it's
business?
like well, you guys are different, but
No advertising
yeah,
yourself.
you can't just come on. Otherwise, it's just one long feed of everybody, and then you might as well open the phone book.
I
because
actually-
you just can't. You don't know who to choose.
Yeah.
You know?
In the group, I've done it on hers where it's advertising. But I started like when you know how people like say like, hey, I'm looking
I don't
for.
see that. Y'all know I do. I'm just like.
So it's like, hey, I'm looking for somebody to build to do a roof, and so I'm like, KHEA radio, we can try it.
Somebody asked in Talk of Alvin about building or digging a 200-foot wide ditch that's like 2 foot wide, and Kurt offered our interns. He's like, oh, KHEA radio, we have 2 interns. They can try.
But see, the best part is then people are like KHEA radio and then click on it and it helps. But now my Facebook feed is literally only those. Like that's all I see now is looking for recommendations. I'm like, stop, Facebook.
Yeah.
I goofed.
Yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
So with the whole fitness and lifestyle changes you're doing, what do you think is going to be the most challenging part? Cutting out some things out of your diet?
For a particular sugary beverage in the evening.
Yeah.
So,
drinking calories, whether that's even like soda, anything, to me, look, okay, so the most I've ever weighed is like 220 pounds. And for me, like my body, I'm a little over like 6 foot tall. I can't hold that. And I'm not like Billy. Billy's built like the Hulk, right?
220 now.
I'm built like Pee Wee Herman, right? Yeah.
I'm
well, no,
220
I
now.
mean, you don't know how you're built. I mean, if Billy were thin, you would see his frame. I mean, he's got that muscle on him, and it, he looks larger. But if you put on as much muscle over the years, I mean, it's not a frame thing,
right?
It's in there for everybody.
Cutting out sugar from like drinking, like even like orange juice and sodas, that was the hardest part. And like doing that alone, like instantly just started like losing weight, not doing anything else, but just drinking water, which you talked about this whenever we had Dr. Choppa in. Like, why is it so hard to drink water? I don't want to drink water.
I love water. This is water in here. I drink water all day long. I have no problem.
So for you, that's easy.
I enjoy water.
Okay.
And I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning. And I don't drink sodas or juices or, anything. So I just need to find a different way to relax in the evening.
Yeah.
But I can do that. I've done it before. So people have asked, well, what diet are you doing? I'm not doing a diet. I'm just eating cleaner and what I know worked for me back in the day. When I had my 2 daughters in my 20s, I had my second daughter when I was 21. and I got up to 220. And I joined Bally's when I was 195, 195 pounds, and I lost it all back then and got really in shape. So I'm doing what worked for me back then, even though I know I'm older now, and I'm starting there. So we'll see what changes I need to make and how I'll need to tweak it.
Yes.
But it worked for me then. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to do cardio. I'm going to eat cleaner and just eliminate a lot of the extra stuff that
that makes sense. Start something that has worked for you in the past, see how it goes, and then make adjustments. Like, okay, if it works, and then you hit a plateau, just make an adjustment, and then keep going.
Right, and that's why I keep calling it my journey, because I'm normal and I'm human, and I'm putting almost everything I eat on my Instagram, because
I need to follow it. What is your Instagram?
It's Finding Fit Over 40, the number 40.
That's awesome.
So, Memorial Day weekend, lots of barbecue and stuff. I want people to know I'm human. I ate some barbecue, and I did, because there's no sense in putting only my healthy meals on Instagram, because it's not real, So I want to put everything that I eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'm putting it on there, because when I lose the weight, people can go back and say, well, you know what? She did have a cheat meal, and she did eat pizza this night, and she did do this, and she still lost weight. So I can do it, I want to be motivating and inspiring, and I want people to know that even when I find my weak moments and do this or that, I want to put it all out there.
Cool.
If anything, if it's for one person that gets motivated and loses weight, it's worth it for me.
This food looks awesome. I'm just looking at your Insta, so it's Finding Fit Over 40. First of all, I guess it's not okay to ask how old you are, but I didn't realize you were over 40. And
yeah, I'll be 44 in August.
What? I would have guessed like 36, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
Why, Kurt? Why does it make sense?
Because I have a 24-year-old daughter and a granddaughter.
We're not mathematicians, especially. Yeah, we're not mathematicians. I don't know.
Yeah,
too much thinking. So
I'm 44, almost 44. I weighed in on my Instagram last Monday at 254.8 pounds. So that's out there. A lot of people say, well, you don't look, I'm hoping maybe there's some muscle weight under there, but it is what it is. I don't care. I know what I need to do. And so like I said, I'll weigh in again on Saturday, and take a picture of the scale. And that's my motivation for me and anybody else, that you can lose weight and not have to go super ridiculous, drastic, because it's never worked for me in the past. And that's why people all my life have been slow and steady, wins the race, and it makes sense now,
Wow.
So,
man, it has to be difficult putting that stuff out there, because me and Kurt talked about this. Like, sometimes being we'll call it a gatekeeper, like, you get to release any, what you want to and the way that you want to, but like putting all that stuff out there in the beginning, man, that has to be a tough decision.
It's like, like I said, for so many years, I was so afraid of I was just embarrassed, or, and I just, but I've had so many events. I've been on the show. People know me now, and no one thinks I'm skinny anymore. So who cares? I really don't, it really doesn't bother me. And I really think that in the end, in 3 months or whenever, I think people are going to be really, really shocked. And that's my plan.
Awesome. It's 9:27. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're talking to Jennifer Fuller. She is the founder, creator of Bay Area Houston Food Lovers, Bay Area Beauties. There's a ton of groups where she has a spot I promise that you'll fit right into. If you're looking to find out more information, you can actually leave a comment in here and on Facebook. If you're listening on 99.5 FM, send us a text, 346-704-1806. Kurt, we have a lot of stuff going on today and this week. Can you touch on maybe what's happening Friday?
Yeah, Friday we're giving away a cruise from Karen Edge and Your Vacation Edge. Karen and the team, they're going to be joining us Friday night at 7 o'clock at Bay Shore Grill. We're making the announcement. So you have until 7 o'clock on Friday night to enter in and make sure that you get your entry. So that's our featured video on our Facebook page. All you have to do is like, share, and comment. I actually included it below. So if you want to go on a cruise, now's your chance for free. courtesy of KHEA Radio and Your Vacation Edge, Karen and the team.
So yeah, we'll see you Friday at Bayshore Grill.
The best part too, and I don't want to go without saying, the Van TX, which is in League City, Jason and his team there have actually offered an opportunity for that winner to go and be transported to Galveston for free as well. So you'll be able to go on this cruise without even having to pay a penny.
Yeah, I had somebody come up to me last night, no joke, and they said, "Hey, I heard you're giving away a cruise." I was like, "Well, I'm not. The radio station is, but yeah, we're excited to make this possible." And thank you, to the Van, and thank you to yourvacationedge.com for making this possible. And he said, "Well, what are the requirements?" You have to have Facebook so you can, follow the instructions, share, comment, like a video. And then you also have to be 25 years old, and that's it. Like, if you're living in the area, the van is going to come pick you up and take you to the cruise terminal, and you're going to be sailing to Mexico.
You don't even have to pay for parking, which is awesome. Like, that's a big. That could be, it could be $100. If you're talking about a week of parking. So now the Van TX has allowed that opportunity. You're going to ride in style. You and whoever you're bringing with you. There are some upgrade options. So once we pick the winner, we'll make sure that you are aware of all of your upgrade options if you wanted to upgrade, if they are available. But it's going to be fun. And so all the details are on that video, and you have that chance to win.
Jennifer, you mentioned you're not really big on cruises. What is something that you're big on, I guess, vacation-wise? And maybe we can weasel our way into giving one away.
Solitude. I'm just serious.
Hey, we should give that away. We're like, hey, guess what?
Solitude, no people.
We'll arrange babysitting.
No people, but good food somewhere, resources.
Cabin in the woods.
You know what? That would be an amazing idea for a giveaway if we did, especially with it being summer, like with the Abundant Life Christian School summer camp. It's like, hey, we're giving away a week of summer camp. Like, share, comment. All you moms out there, this is an opportunity for you to check out Abundant Life Christian School. Your kids are going to come and have a great time. And then also have some free time for yourself, so that way you can still get those things done that need to get done, but now you just have your extra humans there hanging out with you, helping, we'll say.
I love it. I love it. That would be a great opportunity.
We'll ask.
I want some solitude, too.
Okay.
From
yes, keep going.
You?
We work together!
It's just nice to get away with, I see, there's people who love, pools full of people and drinks and all this stuff, and I just no one, just my husband and me. That's it. Just quiet.
They have those rooms. We saw one where it's like it gives you the feeling of floating in zero gravity.
Infinity floats.
Yeah, and they're local too, huh?
Yeah, Infinity.
Have you heard of that?
Floats. You go in and you lay
on. Is
on.
it by LA Fitness?
I'm not sure.
Well, I don't think we've ever been to it.
I've heard of it.
They actually gave away a package to one of our listeners. I think it was actually Josh won that. Josh Edge from Your Vacation Edge actually won that one. But he was able to go, and you can lay in there, and it's like you're laying in water, but you're not drowning. So it's relaxing.
It would be complete solitude, though. I don't know if it's black and you're just.
That's not quite what I'm thinking. Mountains and lakes and beaches. Okay. The little beach huts out in the middle of nowhere with nobody.
Not like you're floating in space,
yeah, not that much solitude.
Like your Iron Man in one of the movies, just there's no one out there.
Being in Texas, that's the one thing I miss is being able to go to Colorado and be up in the mountains and just be secluded. Or in Wyoming, go into Yellowstone. There's a bunch of cabins out there where you can just be out there.
I've
shopping.
seen movies filmed in Jackson Hole. Is that what it is? Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And it's just yes. Only I don't do snow or anything, but in the right time of year, that would be awesome.
It works out, huh? Mm-hmm. So that is that more your style, the cabin,
yes.
on the lake, or is it more like the beach?
The beach would be great if you're in the middle of nowhere. If you have neighbor or people right next to you, I don't like that.
Maybe we could give away a vacation to Hawaii or something solitude-ish in that way. We give away tickets, plane tickets, a whole vacation package. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a cruise.
But they have their option. I don't know.
There are local, not local, but there are nice secluded beaches from what I hear, Gulf Shores, Alabama, and Destin, Florida, that you don't have to go to Hawaii, but you can at least get away and have some nice restaurants to drive to and then go back to your own private space.
I was supposed to take vacation in July, but Gardy said no.
He wanted to take 10 days, and I said, Kurt, you gotta ease it down a little bit for me.
So I said, okay, 4, and he goes, Can you do one?
One would be ideal, but if you had to do something, 4 would be okay. I could live with 4, but it has to be like Friday.
It has to be Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, so I would get actually 6 days because
Right.
counting the week.
Oh, no, the weekend counts for us.
Dang.
Oh, it does?
Well, we work. Well, for me, it doesn't count for us, but for me, because we work on the weekend. Like, if we're not working on the weekend, we're moving backwards. We're not. Like, you has to go every day.
Do you see what I have to deal with?
But it's true, because if the day you take off, is the day someone zooms right past you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like that's what
Gotta
he wants.
hustle.
I got 1 day. I got 1 day, and Gardy's like, "Yeah, that was good. You're good for the next
He
5
didn't
years."
even do anything cool.
Yeah.
He stayed at home and watched the show. And I'm like, why weren't you just here? You know,
Because I wanted a day.
to just
not-
watch the show.
I just wanted a day.
I wanted to see what it sounded like on the radio. That's something I've never been able to tell.
I didn't actually
People tell
listen
me it's
to it
there.
on the radio.
What if everybody was lying to us?
That
Like we're not actually on the
not
radio.
on the FM?
We would never know. And they just have this wire to this room. It's a
Somebody would tell
possibility.
you.
Somebody text 346-704-1806. Anybody. 346-704-1806. If you've actually heard us on the radio, my wife tells me, but they're probably like, yeah, just tell him he's on there. But I don't know. It's 9:35. This is KHEARadio.com from what they tell me. 99.5 FM. If they're telling the truth, it's Kickstart. We're going to be out till 11. We're talking to Jennifer Fuller about fitness. We're talking to Jennifer Fuller about all the Facebook groups that she has going on that are doing some really cool things in our area.
The biggest one is the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Group.
How many people are in that now?
Almost 15,000.
That's a lot. How do you manage? Do you delegate? Do you have moderators? How many people are kind of there to help and support you?
So I have moderators. 2 of them have been with me since almost day one, Matthew Fire and Scott Elliott, who actually lives in Washington State. So he does my night shift. Because the time change.
That's
So
cool.
So he lived in Alvin. He was an Alvin police officer. So he's from the area. That's why he joined the group. And so, and they already know how I like things run. So sometimes, I don't have to always be on it.
Yeah.
And the rules are there. And the only people that don't quite know how things work are the new people.
Right.
And then they can quickly find out. So it's really not too difficult to run because everybody knows.
Yeah.
I got concerned the other day. I was going to say something negative, and I was like, oh, no, Jennifer's going to, call me out.
Negative about what? An experience?
No, about a post.
Oh, okay.
You cannot put down anybody's food ever.
Oh, but it was so sad.
I delete that, and now I'm taking advantage of the mute function. If somebody says something extremely rude about a dish somebody posted, then I'm muting them for 3 days.
Well, sometimes it takes courage to
because
put that out there, too. Like you're cooking and everything.
That's exactly why I do it. I don't want people to be afraid to post what they're eating or cooking because of, the people who think they're funny. They all think they're funny.
Right.
Their
Everybody's a
comments are
comedian.
funny. And then I get messages all the time.
Why are you looking at me?
Everybody's a comedian.
But it's not funny, and it's not always funny.
It's not funny, Kurt.
What?
You're not funny.
I'm so funny.
Yeah.
The other day,
And you can't say anything rude about anybody's
That's
because
true.
you can't.
There
You
would be
don't want people to
backlash.
think, "Wow, KHEA really?" So
There
you
was
got to
one-
represent.
there was one where there was the chicken nuggets. Did you see that? The chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
But you posted this is the best post on here ever.
It was. I
That's
said,
your
we need
go-to.
more of these things in this group. And I
Yeah.
was trying to be like, man, these other people who spend their fancy time putting on their fancy design on their food.
But there
And
was a
that's-
lot of good feedback on that post. We were like, it looks amazing.
It looks good.
It did look
that's
good.
the kind of food that we need. We don't need these old oh, look, I put some creme brulee on my creme
Yeah,
brulee.
you do. You need all of it. It's all food, and you know what? It motivates the people who, not everybody is a great plater, and some people care about that kind of stuff. So when you're trying to take good photos and plate your food, if somebody's up to that, then they can see what someone else did and learn, and it's just fun, and it's food, and it's everything from cereal. I hate the cereal post, but I never say anything negative about bowl cereal.
In our Talk of Taco group, we had to make a rule, and we did, talk to you about it a bit because you've done it, and you've had to create those rules, and we made the rule: no taco shaming, no taco bashing. All tacos are loved because we don't want people to be afraid to post in the group.
Exactly.
Because people are going to bash them for posting a taco, right?
People bash me all the time, and you haven't said anything. It was when somebody else got bashed, then it was a problem.
You're different.
You are different. You put yourself out there.
Yeah, you put like tacos that are going to get a response out of people because you like the response, and it's fun. It's fun.
But those tacos are delicious. Hot dogs inside of a tortilla, best tacos ever.
Yeah, it may be good, but that's not what you post. And I've been there too. And people are like, that's what happens whenever you need to go to the grocery store. And it's like, you know what? You're right. I don't have anything in this.
Yeah.
I needed to eat something.
And those
It's
people.
a week till paycheck.
A week till paycheck.
Oh, the college diet. I almost posted something earlier, but this is going to be on my personal page because I was eating ramen noodles, and I said, I'm just going to go back. I'm poor. I'm going to go back to eating my college diet or something like that. But I was like, man, someone's going to take that the wrong way. I'm going to have a meeting with the bosses.
You got to be really careful.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. The wording is very important. Like college diet, that's okay. Saving money, college diet, but then saying what you just said before, I'm probably not.
Yeah.
First of all, you aren't.
No.
And
but I had to stop. I stopped myself.
But then you just said it.
I can talk about how my inner dialogue in
you
my head.
You could do it on your personal page too. Like I don't even like it when people make fun of vegetarians in the food group.
Yeah.
Or vegans or.
You're laughing.
Because.
Yeah. It's not nice.
It's not nice. There are other groups for that. So.
Yeah. So Bay Area Houston food lovers, last year there was a big vote that I was kind of concerned because I like the food memes and people post them. Mm-hmm. But if it gets reposted, I understand it's like, okay, this one's been posted before. But I liked them, and I'm glad that the memes are allowed to stay. And there were some people. Which side of the fence were you on? You probably didn't like them.
I hate them.
Yeah.
I hate the memes, and it's so funny because my husband loves them. We'll be sitting outside, and he's like this on his iPad.
That's me.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making a meme. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he'll spend time making a meme, and he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I know I'm the minority because people love
the vote spoke.
And almost all my groups, I stop.
Stop, okay? You're allowed to do it, but stop.
Geez. And then a lot of the times they are repeat memes, and
Then you
if
take
I've
pleasure
seen
in
it
deleting.
in the past, no, but if it's work, I mean, it's like, ugh. But if it's posted in the last 7-10 days,
Mm-hmm.
the Thanksgiving comes around, the same memes
I follow all of the memes. Like on Snapchat, you can go through. They have like daily memes and stuff like those, like popular whatever things.
Yeah, I mean,
I laugh. I laugh my
at some.
Aren't you responsible for one of the most popular memes like in our area? Like your photography skills?
Yes.
Is that why you dislike them?
No.
She goofed. She didn't put her
what
logo
happened.
on it.
Share what happened. So you take a picture, right? When was that?
During Harvey, when they finally opened HEB back up, the one off of 96 in Lake City, the food groups watching. People are watching. That's the only way really to communicate with people and let people know what's going on. And so I got into HEB. I think I'd waited in a long line. And the shelves didn't have anything on them. And it was kind of creepy because you just don't ever see that. And it makes you appreciate every day, new stock coming in. So I just took pictures through the produce aisles. And then I turned the corner and I saw all the vegan and vegetarian food fully stocked. And I laughed out loud and I stood back and I had to take a picture. I mean, because it's not that bad. Yeah. It was hilarious.
If it comes
nothing
between
else was
starving.
gone. And a lot of the food there I've eaten before because, like I said, I've gone drastic before and gone vegan and stuff. And it's not that bad. It's just people just don't know how to prepare it, I guess. And even still, no one wants to eat tofu.
Vegan,
I get it. But
vegan hot dogs are amazing.
I'm sure they are.
that's one of the things I never could do. The texture is too smushy for me.
So you took a photo, posted to the food group, and next thing you know, it started popping up on the internet about like Texas
viral,
memes.
like all over. Right. Something about Texans don't even eat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like hurricane, it's like, nah, we're good. We'll just go. We'll just go without eating.
Let's go grab the mushrooms or whatever else. Was
Not
gone.
even that hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff there. So
yeah, I was probably in line as you were taking that photo. I was probably in line outside of HEB.
Yeah,
but that was eerie, and being in there, like thinking about it, just being like, man, should we? I need to buy everything I can because I don't know. Right. Like if everybody else, and it kind of creates that feeling.
It does.
Yeah.
Like what am I going to need? Nobody. I mean,
gosh.
it's crazy. How much we rely on the trucks coming in and things like that,
Yeah.
things we take for granted.
It doesn't feel like that long ago, and I guess it really wasn't, but time has flown
almost
by.
2 years ago now.
Time has flown by
In
since
August.
then. So.
Yeah. And the groups are great for getting the word out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Talk of League City had just started that group, and because of Harvey, I mean, everybody joined.
Yeah.
Because how else do you connect with people and find out what's going on?
Yeah, and I-45 Now really kind of took off at that point. TJ
Right.
is going to be on our show on Friday. He is the president and founder of I-45 Now. And during that time, that was a great resource for people to figure out, hey, what roads are flooded,
Right.
them to report on what's going on. And there's still a great resource in the community.
For sure.
It's pretty interesting to see how social media has, in some ways, taken the place of other traditional outlets, like even like, hey, I'm going to find a restaurant. Yeah, I guess there used to be write-ups, and there still are, write-ups in newspapers and
Right.
magazines, but now people are able to give their experience.
Right.
Is that, you think that's a good thing for everybody just to be able to become a critic right away?
Well, I mean, everybody's not necessarily a critic; they're just giving their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I mean, so if the majority of people can read somebody's opinion of their experience and draw their own conclusions
Right.
based on that. You hope that everybody can do that. There will be people that will just read it and take it as that's the way it is.
Right.
You got to be really careful because we like to support local, but we like to get the word out too. So if you say something like, "Oh, I got food poisoning," I remove those posts right away. It's too difficult to pinpoint where you got it, and it could
Can hurt the business.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people don't realize that.
I know there was a local business that opened, sometime back or whatever, and there was a bunch of, negative going out there. And at that point, it's just like, for you as the moderator of Bay Area Houston Food Lovers, like, do I shut this down? Do I let them speak? Like,
Right.
what goes into making that decision?
Well, if somebody has a negative review, or any kind of review, even if it's positive, if the comments just get like, "Oh yeah, I agree, it sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sucks. Oh yeah, it sucks," and it's just the same thing over and over, and it's just I'll leave it up for anyone that wants to search that restaurant.
Yeah.
And then I just turn off the commenting so that we can move past
Right.
it and we see new stuff.
Yeah. Also, the other
know?
thing that I've noticed that you've done, it's like, well, can you share more? If it's just like, hey, I went here and it was bad. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, can you share why? What was it?
Right.
The experience? Was it the food? Was it the atmosphere? Was it
Yeah.
the staff? Like, what was it about that? You need to give more information than I didn't like it. They were mean or whatever.
Right, because
Validate
everybody's
it.
interpretation is different. Somebody could say, my hamburger was so gross, it was pink inside.
Right.
Well, some people like a juicy hamburger, or I went to Killen's once and wrote my review, and I put, the sausage at Killen's is, when you cut it, it's crumbly. Well, I didn't care for that, but I explained why I didn't like crumbly. I like more the packed kind. Somebody likes crumbly, like what I mean. It's all, somebody says the music's too loud. They don't have any music. All these
Yeah.
things. Everybody's different, so
One
it's
thing-
important to share.
I've noticed, like, whenever people do start to share their situation, and it's like, you were in the wrong. Sometimes that happens. So whenever you share more, like, this is what happened and I was wrong, it's like, well, you know what? Maybe you were in the wrong in that situation, and how could have you have handled that better?
Right.
There's always a way.
I see that a lot, and I cringe because I know what's coming to this person who thinks they're being helpful.
Right.
And that's what, you have to trust that most people will see this, well, and they can see the full story, and they know what's going on. And the same people you'll notice will be the complainers.
We've had to take care of some people,
On your taco group?
No, not on our taco group. Even
Just
on
in life?
KHEA radio.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you have almost 15,000 people that you're trying to kind of make happy and mold.
Puppet
and,
master?
You want to, some people don't like that. And I don't have time to warn and warn and warn.
Yeah.
I mean, these are adults. So, I mean, it's out there, and I'm pretty sure there's people who don't like me because I've probably removed them from the group. I've had people that I've removed that we've communicated through Messenger, and we've had an agreement, and I've allowed them to come back into the group, and everything's nice. I don't like cussing, and I don't like,
Yeah, there's simple rules. Just follow them.
It's super simple, really.
So we have a couple people that it's just like, hey, you know what? KHEA Radio may be better if you're not there. But congratulations to you. If you're watching on Facebook, you're not one of them.
Yes.
So give yourself a hand, everybody. Just kind of give yourself a hand.
At the word yet.
Yeah. So
Come on, try us. No,
please don't. It's 9:48. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM's Kickstart. We have Jennifer Fuller in studio. And there's one thing I want to say to Jennifer as we have, like a little over 10 minutes to go.
I've been looking at that clock and it hasn't moved, and I'm like, seriously?
That's the right time.
That is the right time.
Okay, I'm looking at the red.
No,
Yeah,
it's not right. It's not right. It's not the right time.
Okay. I'm like,
We put it in there because it used to be in the shot, and it was never right, and people would call us out for it never working, and
I keep
we're
looking,
like,
and I'm like, still 20 minutes? What? 25 minutes?
Hey,
"Are you nervous? Like, what? You don't like this? This is fun, right?"
I was nervous the first time, for sure. This time,
You were so
good.
nervous about the cameras, though.
So what I'm getting,
But I was nervous about the cameras before I told everyone how much I weighed, and now I don't care.
it's out there.
Yeah.
So
out there.
what I'm hearing is that you're going to be coming back regularly during this experience to talk about, this journey.
I heard that too.
Because there's a lot of people that have talked about how inspiring you are to them and the inspiration that you have been. So I'm sure they would love, and we would love it as well, if you were able to come in, check in, and be like, hey, this is what I've gone through.
Sure.
This has been great. This has been a struggle. I'm going to try this and change.
Yeah.
And people will be able to watch.
Yeah.
So
and in the
every day.
meantime, Instagram to see what's going on too, and
So
yeah.
we're Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11. So we'll see you tomorrow.
New intern Jennifer. She said she couldn't do it all the rest of the summer though, because the kids would be out. But
The kids can come.
They could sit out there.
You can sit in Kurt's chair, and I'll have him watch the kids.
they'll be all in the window, and then
Kurt's like, what?
What?
they'll be smashing their faces up against the.
No, it'd be awesome. They're like dragging Kurt down the.
Do you remember
down the
we
hallway?
had some-
Yes.
smashing
Yeah.
Kurt's head against the window, and he's like, "Help, Gardy!"
You remember we had Barbara from 3 Acres Food Truck came in, and her kids were running around out there, and they were like standing and looking, and Barbara's like, "Get down from there!" And like,
And
in the
Bonnie's
middle of-
Donuts had brought us donuts that day, right? And then like as soon as the donuts came in, the kids were like, "Whoop!" Just like kept looking through. And she was like, I don't know if I want to give them. And we're like, she's like, they can share one. I was like, give the kid. We have like 10 dozen
Right.
donuts right here.
Share a donut.
She did. I think she made them share a stinking donut.
You know, the food group, right? And now all the places that you have been. Have you ever been to 3 Acres Food Truck Park here in Santa Fe?
No.
What?
I know that you have kids, so I would recommend taking a Friday night or a Saturday night. They start at 5 o'clock and going to 3 Acres Food Truck Park. Don't go this Friday, because this Friday you need to be coming to Bayshore Grill to
So
get the
you guys
cruise.
are picking the winner Friday at Bayshore.
Yes,
Yes.
at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Jennifer.
How many people are gonna be there?
Fuller.
It's going to be packed.
I don't like packed.
Okay, it'll
I'm
just be us
hoping.
in solitude.
Can I get a small VIP table behind
Yes.
the crowd?
We don't know how many. Like, there's only like 60 or 70 people who have said that they're interested in the event.
Yeah,
so
okay.
what we're probably going to be expecting is a big number on Facebook.
Okay.
But if you are available, come at 7 o'clock on Friday night. Have some dinner with us. We're going to be broadcasting live from there. So you have a chance. Maybe if you have an organization and we have enough time, maybe we'll bring you on. Who knows?
We'll be pulling people, or somebody will, and we'll be like, hey, find somebody who wants to come and chat with us and share about what they are doing in the community, and then share whatever they want.
Because we're probably going to wait a little bit before we get going, because we want enough people tuning in, ready to go. You know, obviously you want to build up a little bit of, you know.
The coolest, okay, so one of the coolest experiences that we did so far in KHEA radio history, and this was all thanks to Crystal Koza. She gave us Houston Texans tickets to give away. And so we did a stream from my phone at my house, like it was Christmas time with the Christmas tree in the background.
The iPad, yeah.
And there was like 200 people that tuned in to see if they were winning the Texans tickets. And it was, like I was trying to follow along. And at this point, it was just like, just throw this out of here, because there was too much. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Hey, your daughter's watching, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
What's up, Marissa? Hey, where's she at?
Fort Fairchild Air Force Base.
Where's that at? And what state is it?
Spokane, Washington.
That's in Washington, okay.
I saw that she was in California.
Was she like hanging out, vacation?
She's taking a trip to San Diego
That's cool.
soon. But she's going all over. She's having a good time.
No, so your daughter's in the Air Force, and your husband, he's in the military as well. What branch is he in?
He's in the Texas Army National Guard.
Awesome. And so he has to go fly helicopters? Is that what
Right.
Is that what he does?
Apache. He's an Apache pilot, so he'll be gone at Fort Rucker.
I like the pictures. Sometimes they'll send like even just like a little like, hey, a shot that'll send to you.
Yeah, that's his civilian job. He flies offshore.
Oh.
So he flies 2 different types of helicopters.
Okay.
So he's back and forth from Louisiana.
Is it taking like some of the workers to like the rigs and stuff offshore?
That's what he does.
I almost did that. Like before my son was born, I was like just trying to think about a career change. I was like, I should probably try and make some money. You know, this seems like it's important. And like the hours and shift and stuff, I went out there. I drove out to Louisiana, and they offered, you know, like the job and some other stuff. And I was just like, it's not for me right now.
I tell you what, I couldn't ride in that helicopter. Mm-hmm. Just the pictures and the clouds, it's just too high for me.
So the other fun thing that we're doing today is that you get to jump out of a plane at Skydive Galveston. Woo! Let's give her a round of applause.
My daughter did that. Marissa did that. She did that on her 18th birthday and her 19th birthday. She did that.
Really?
Yeah.
She seems like she's like an adventurer, like a thrill seeker a little bit,
Very
huh?
much so. Very much so. She is.
Did she get that from you?
She was hiking. No, I mean, I take chances, but not like that. I mean, she was hiking the other day, and she's sending me pictures, and she's in the middle of like the woods. And I just read the article about the lady who was lost in Hawaii for 17 days or so.
Oh, wow, I didn't see that one.
So I'm telling Marissa, like, don't get lost. You know, I'm thinking, like, I'm always afraid of like stray dogs, and then so I'm telling her, watch out for bears and don't get lost. And she goes, well, I'm following it on my phone. I'm like, well, what about if you lose your service?
True.
So I'm more like practical and, you know.
She like following her footsteps. I feel like with military training and every like the cool stuff she did, she'd be like, well, no. Pick up the dirt and be like, do
you have a compass? I mean.
Yeah, anything.
You know.
Speaking of bears, I posted a meme that I saw the other day in our taco group, and it said that that people in sleeping bags.
Oh yeah.
Or like that's the soft tacos, the bears in the woods or something like that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty good.
No, thank you.
All right, this is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's 9:55. We're talking to Jennifer Fuller. If you're not a member of Bay Area Houston Food Lovers, or if you are not following her yet on Instagram, what's that Instagram handle one more time?
Finding Fit Over 40, the number 40. All
right. So let us know whenever you do that. I saw that Sarah from Prepping Sister said, is this your Instagram handle, Finding Fit Over 40? She put it in there. I said, yep, that's it. So make sure you follow it and come along on the journey.
Jennifer, what is the next group? Like, can you give us a little hint? I saw that you like created like 8 the other day. Like
I didn't create 8, but people always ask me, what are your groups? And I listed them all so people could go if they're interested.
How many groups do you have a total?
8.
8. There's 8. But you just made 8 the other day.
No.
She added a couple, maybe.
I never make 8. No, I've had the food group is one, the beauty group, the pet group. I have one called Texas Hill Country.
That one's new, right?
That's a new one.
Is there a vacation one too?
There's a World Food and Travel for people who travel overseas, like a lot of people really do. And they can ask other people, hey, I'm going to South Africa and I'm staying here. What should I eat? Or
can I
Rome.
drink the water?
Things like that. Where can I stay? You know, because there's just so much out there.
That's
you know?
cool.
So
it's interesting for me, and maybe this is because I don't understand
life.
Okay, but groups versus pages, right? Groups versus pages.
Maybe I can help you.
Is interesting to me because we have a page and we have a really good page, KHEA Radio, but your group is different. It's just confusing.
It's just more interaction with people on the page. You're more, you can control.
You produce the content.
Okay, and there are visitors posts, but nobody really goes over there. You know, so I have the page so that anything I share is public. So a lot of times people will tell me, oh, can you please make this shareable? Well, my closed group, you can't share anything out of it because it's a closed group. But I can double do it and do it in the page and the group, and whoever wants to share it from the page can share it.
Is it bad that from your group I just like either screenshot or like select and save the photo and then
totally
just make my own?
Make it as your own?
Make it as my own?
That part's bad.
Well, I mean.
That part is bad.
Yeah.
I was like, fine, I can't share this? Watch me.
Well, I mean, you can't share in the Facebook sense of sharing, but you can share it however you want to. I mean, or usually, I'm really trying to get the page to have equal content with the food that I post in the group. I'm trying to remember to post in the page also.
Yeah, groups are cool because then you know, as a viewer, you as a listener, you can help produce the content, and it's kind of taken care of. Like you said, as the admin, you do a great job of driving interaction, asking questions like, "Hey, what are y'all having for dinner tonight?" And then everybody's like pictures or posting, but it gives people a voice, you know, and everybody has a platform they can use now with social media and give suggestions.
I get so mad because I don't take pictures of everything that I do. You know, I'm not like the one standing up, you know, over the top trying to, you know, take pictures.
There's a science to it.
You know, but it stinks because then you say, "Hey, what's for dinner tonight?" And I'm like, "I done goofed. I didn't get a picture." So I say like penne pasta.
Yeah.
Penne pasta. I already had it. It's gone.
And then
gone.
it's just like, bloop, bloop, you know.
Yeah.
It's not exciting.
Nobody
Everybody
cares.
just like zooms past it so fast, their phone just flies out of their hand.
Yeah.
I should just started like posting what I have every night without a picture. Like penne pasta. just that.
No description.
Like cheeseburger.
Some people will do that, and I feel bad because sometimes they'll write a review, but there are no photos. Like, hey, you know, we came upon this place and it was really great, and we got this. Sorry, no pics. Well, but no one.
We need pics.
No one's gonna read all that without a photo.
Yeah.
And I know my reviews are long, but it's for whoever wants to.
I'm just talking about one word, like cheeseburger.
But with no photo, I mean, it would just.
People are going to zoom past
But
it.
that'd be hilarious. Like every night if I posted what I
to
had.
you, it'd be
That's
funny
what I'm
to
saying.
you.
That's the memes.
Yeah.
Like that's because everyone thinks memes are freaking hilarious.
I think I'm hilarious too.
I know.
I mean,
My husband would probably laugh at that,
right?
but that's about it.
People.
He has
Yeah.
a
The other option
humor
would be like
that.
Bay Area Houston food lover memes. And then you're like, uh-oh, I might have given you an idea. And like only memes go to this group and you're just like,
No one's
Go
gonna
for it,
go
guys.
there.
I would.
I would too. I love
mean,
memes.
you got to get tired of that. After
I
a
would start
while.
taking pictures of my food and only making memes.
I guess you know what? My husband has this app or something, or this page or something called Funny Memes.
Yeah.
And he's always just like, you know. So people
are
do
memes
like.
allowed in the beauty group?
Well, they're allowed, but since women are naturally more mature, there's just not that many.
As long as the guy, it's not a guy in the meme. Like a picture of guys like, I said no guys allowed.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
I'm going to find a way to get into
there
that
just
group.
aren't that many.
And then I'm going to be posting memes. So if you allow somebody in and they just start posting a whole bunch of memes, it's probably me.
Well, see, then that's the thing with the groups. It's amazing. Is like people will say, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and you do it one time, and that's all it takes, and then you're like banned. Do you know what I'm saying? So
One
you
meme.
can do it one time, but
It's really easy to make a fake profile on Facebook.
Curtsy.
you can make one. If there's no interaction, I can see that, and if you don't interact within 2 weeks, then I remove the person too.
I'll interact.
Someone said sausage. And we've had some people say hi as well. So Elizabeth said, hey, Jennifer Fuller. And Holly said hello. And we also had Judy say, you are the best. So these are people that are supporting you. And
Yay.
I guess, you know, if y'all aren't going to be following her, y'all need to do that, you know, finding Fit Over 40 on Instagram. Because you also have a Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Instagram as well, right?
I do. I'm horrible at updating that, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, right now I'm just focusing on the fit part, and that's what I'm gonna do. And the more people that are watching, I mean, it could stop actually, like right now at however many people, and it's enough for me to keep going.
That motivation.
You know, and like I said, I know there are people that are just waiting for me to fall off and quit posting and just be like, oh, I wonder what happened. And
I
we're
don't think
posting.
anybody's like, I don't think
Oh,
anybody.
they are.
Really? We've never ran
Well, it's
into.
not so much like, ooh, I can't wait. It's more like, I've seen this before with people, and I know what usually happens, and I see her excitement, and I know what's probably going to, you know, that kind of thing.
If
I
that's
guess-
you, hit the like button.
I guess there have been people who have told us like, I was just thinking of like KHEA radio. Nobody is expecting us to fail.
Right.
You know, like nobody is sitting there expecting us.
I bet there are.
You know, to drop off and not have a radio station anymore. But I did hear that they're like, hey, we've seen this before. We've seen a radio station, a local radio station, an online radio station pop up and do what you guys are doing, what you guys are doing,
And then they go away.
and then they go away.
And then
we're
that's
just
what
waiting for
and
that.
that's what I'm saying. It's the ones that think they already know, not that they're wishing ill will.
No, they're
But
just
it's
like
more
it's gonna
like,
happen.
look at these two radio guys. You know, let's see what happens. So, prove them wrong.
And we do
You know?
every day.
You have me in your corner, so
Yeah.
You know.
That's true. That is true.
No, but I
See,
mean,
Kurt, and that's where we're different. Like, Well, we're different in a lot of ways, but like
me,
you get a lot of motivation from people like on the outside, like wanting to prove someone, and that is, hey, it's accountability.
I think what it is, and this is what it boils down for me, is when I was a news reporter, I was on the last, like I have always been a part of like the last place radio station, the last place TV station. Like when I was in Omaha, there's four TV stations in Omaha, and our Fox
Number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, and the Fox was the 4th. Like we
Kurt
were always
Casper,
in last place.
Yeah.
Fox 42.
And the water was this high.
He has a highlight reel of his.
Gardy loves my highlight reel.
I love his. Yeah, it's interesting.
So
But
you don't want to be on the bottom anymore.
I don't want to be on the
Yeah.
bottom. I want to be the best. And I think KHEA Radio, we have the opportunity to take down every radio station
why
in
do we want to
Houston.
take anyone
And-
down?
Not
We
take
can-
them down, be better. Like,
And this
just
is why
grow.
Gardy will not let you have vacation.
I know. Because I want to. I want that. Like that's, I think, and this, I'm sorry, I'm going to get on a soapbox here. I think KHEA Radio is doing stuff that.
Can we get some music for your soapbox? Let me see if this one works. I'm just going to guess.
Sheesh.
This is the Kurt Casper soapbox segment. Go, Kurt.
I'm just saying, I think that KHEA Radio has the chance to be something that no other radio station has ever done. And I think, with your workout, oh my gosh, this music sucks. Anyways, with
does.
you, I feel like it's the same motivation. Like, man, I'm gonna prove somebody wrong. I'm gonna fight, because that's what makes me tick on the inside.
Yeah, and you wanna tell yourself you're not average. You're not the person. You're not the average radio station. You guys aren't the average radio hosts. Be better than whoever was here before.
I like
Break
it.
that mold.
Kurt, is there anything else you'd like to say on your soapbox?
No. Oh my gosh, that music is terrible.
What if every time you talked?
Why do we have the worst palette music ever?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty good.
You're waiting. He's waiting for me to do it.
Hey, right now it's 10:05. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We have Jennifer Fuller in studio. Jennifer, I'm sad to see you go. So we'll see you tomorrow morning, right?
I can come the first week of July.
Ooh, okay. I love
right?
it. I love
That's
it.
right before my husband leaves. So.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get you back in, and we'll get that scheduled the first week of July. Make sure
Cool.
that you stay tuned. You can watch Jennifer and root her on her journey on Instagram, Finding Fit Over 40. Make sure that you follow it. We already did.
I love everybody. Thank you for your support.
You're the best. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break on the FM. We're going to keep it going on Facebook, get some of that behind the scenes. If you haven't liked KHEA Radio on Facebook yet, make sure you do that. If you haven't shared this video on Facebook yet, make sure you do that. This is Kickstart, 99.5 FM. Fun in life. Sweet. Well, thank you. You're awesome.
Thank you. I hope I didn't get too boring.
No, you were great. No, it was great. And a lot of people are saying, hey, good job. So Marissa said,
we're off, right?
well, we're on
Still recording?
Facebook.
Okay.
I can turn our mics off. You want me?
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
I didn't want to get up if because I can't read and
You're going to have to catch up on all the comments.
yeah.
There was a ton of people.
Okay. Cool.
They're all, a bunch of good stuff.
Awesome.
People, in support saying how much of an inspiration you are.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well,
And here's a
good.
comment with Kim saying packing her bags for the cruise.
Well, yeah, I'll try to make it out there. 7 is late, but
We'll be there early if you want to come and just say hi. And then
I can
roll
get there
out.
like maybe early and then post up somewhere in the corner.
this is
Dead
my
serious
corner.
though. That's why I'm one of those that has to sit with my back against the wall and a good view of everything.
See everything going on.
But I'll have my boys. They like Bayshore. They like shooting pool.
Shoot some
and
pool,
playing
yeah.
around back there. So.
Is it shuffleboard? That's the name of that game, right?
I haven't seen that one.
Well, the one that it's downstairs
Uh-huh.
into the room to the right.
Yeah.
They have it's the one where there's
the
like
big,
things
long one.
and you slide it with the sand. Is that
Never-
called
I've
shuffle? I'm not
never-
sure that's called
I've never
shuffleboard.
played that.
I'm not good at it, but it is fun. I've not an official game, but I've like my son's on the other side, trying to do it, and I am.
Yeah. Is Jennifer gonna be there?
She's planning on it,
Okay.
but everything's subject to change, and because you have kids too.
Yes.
But so
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. All right.
all right,
See you later.
See
Turn
ya.
The camera's off.
do what?
I said turn the camera.
Oh,
off.
turn. It's just that one.
No, I'm just kidding.
That one's on.
All right.
So, bye. Bye. Hey, we're gonna be talking about the city of Lamarck here in a bit. There's some really cool stuff going on this weekend that you have the chance to be a part of, and we're gonna be sharing that. So, Give me thumbs up if y'all think Jennifer did an awesome job. Give me a thumbs up if y'all think that Jennifer should come back and talk about everything going on. How are y'all doing?
Good morning. Doing great.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm doing good. Doing good. Hey, let me
turn it that way.
And you can situate this
and
microphone
tilt it down just a little bit
and move it
Down.
or probably scoot forward. Actually, maybe both of y'all.
Is that gonna make me really close to this camera?
Well, no. You're gonna be the perfect distance away, and we may need you to scoot up a little bit more, like even like how close I am, like that. Like
Okay.
you're good. So, what's y'all's names?
I'm Vivian Allen. I'm a commissioner with the Keep Lamar Beautiful Commission. I've been there a couple years. This is Alana Brown.
Alana.
New. I'm
Yes.
brand new. I've only been there for 3 months, but I'm super jazzed to be on the commission.
Cool.
And get dirty in the dirt and clean up and do stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get dirty to get it done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yes.
what is it? Can you tell us what your guys' jobs and roles are?
Yes, I can. Keep Lamar Beautiful is an affiliate of Keep Texas Beautiful, and our goal is to clean up and beautify Lamarck as much as possible, get citizens involved, the groups, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, everyone,
Absolutely.
to help us clean up Lamarck and to beautify Lamarck.
Do y'all currently live in Lamarck or have ties or from Lamarck?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
We currently
we
in
live
Lamarck.
there.
You
Awesome.
have to. Well, you have to live in Lamarck to be
A part of it.
on the commission. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, not to help. Anyone from surrounding areas can come in and help and volunteer. Scout groups or church groups from everywhere
Yeah.
can come and be a part of it.
Okay,
So
very cool. Are y'all from this area?
I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm from Northern Michigan originally.
Okay.
I ended up
Are you a fan of one of the college teams there?
U of M, Wolverines.
Is that the only? I know I have some.
There's the Spartans, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, he's not a Michigan State fan either.
Are you Ohio?
No.
Oh, that's even
That's even
I feel like
worse.
they don't care about Nebraska. Like
No.
it's like Ohio, Michigan
1997,
State.
the only national champion was Nebraska. But
I'm not a big
The
wow,
mic-
mute my mic.
I'm not a big football person, to be honest, but Detroit Red Wings. I'm more of a hockey person.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Being from the north.
Find another hockey person in Texas, and we'll be okay.
It's hard pressed. I found like 2, and they're married to each other. So, so really, it's one person.
Are they a fan of your team though?
No.
Who do
no,
they
no.
like?
They like the Blackhawks.
Where are they from? Where are the Blackhawks from?
Oh shoot, I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you.
I have some
know
friends
we don't like them.
like Pittsburgh, the Penguins.
Penguins?
Yeah, that they like Pittsburgh, and I'm just like I don't know. I don't play
I feel
hockey.
like if you're born in Michigan, you have to be a Red Wings fan, and you have to be a Lions fan. Like I don't
Right.
I don't do football, but like we have to. You have to. You
just root
have
for 'em.
to. Yeah, it's a thing. You have to do it. And
So how and when and why did you end up moving from Northern Michigan down here to Lamarck, Texas?
military, actually. My mom got married into the military, and so we moved from up there to California, to Northern California, and then down here, and sort of just moved back and forth quite a bit, like you do with military,
Yeah.
always on the water. And then we just sort of ended. I finished high school in Santa Fe,
Mhm.
and got married, and then divorced, but then remarried, and so we're just here.
Yeah.
Stuck in Lamarck. We bought a house in Lamarck with the back lot attached to it, so no one can ever live behind me.
Okay.
And there's horses. And then I've always wanted to do like government stuff, but having 3 kids kind of put a little bit of the whole like I want to go to law school thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I want to do something. So I joined the commission locally, and now I'm doing something
Yeah.
for my city.
So like being a part of a commission, if you have, desire to start change, be a part of change, it's a great way to get introduced, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Casey McAuliffe, she's one of our council persons. She pretty much oversees this council, this commission, and she appointed you, didn't she,
Yeah,
Atlanta?
she did. Casey
Yeah,
appointed me.
she's fantastic. Do you know Casey?
Not
By any
yet.
chance?
I haven't
She
had the
owns
chance to meet
she's
her.
and
fabulous.
runs Galveston-owned farmers market.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
She's a farmer
Cool.
and a council person. She'd be great to come here and talk to y'all.
We'd love to talk.
She's
Yeah.
lovely.
And we'd love to have volunteers with our commission because it's a lot involved in cleaning up Lamarck.
Are there a lot of commissions? Is that how that works? Like the council, appoints people to different commissions they
Yeah,
have?
we've got like a cemetery, a planning and zoning,
And you have to be a member,
you
to
have
live
to be
there.
a citizen of the
Yes,
city
yeah.
to be
On the
up
commission.
on one of the commissions or one of the boards.
So how much time does that take, whenever you are a member of that commission?
Well, essentially, it's one meeting a month, but you can't. If you try to do everything that we want to do inside of an hour at a meeting once a month, we're not going to get anything accomplished. So
Right.
we're on the phone with each other, batting back and forth, and just talking about stuff, making sure that, like for our cleanup on Saturday, everything is in line and everything's ready to go. We're going in on Friday to set up and prep so that we're ready to go 7 a.m. Saturday morning,
Cool.
bright and early.
So that starts this Saturday, and
Saturday.
we've seen the Facebook event. Can you describe, if somebody hasn't seen the event, hasn't heard about it at all, Keep Lamarck Beautiful, what is it?
The commission or the event?
The event on Saturday.
Okay, Miss Alana is head of organizing this particular event, so I'm gonna let her tell you about it.
Awesome.
Our cleanup is on Saturday, and it's our spring cleanup. It was originally part of the Keep Texas Beautiful, the Don't Mess with Texas Trash Off, but because of the weather, this extreme weather we were supposed to have that weekend that we didn't have, everyone ended up changing. So we had to switch it. So it's now on Saturday, June 1st. We're going to start everything at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's a little early, but the Garden Club is gracious enough to sponsor breakfast and coffee for everyone. Miss Vivian runs the Garden Club, so we're really excited about it. We're going to have breakfast for everyone. We're going to sign up, give everyone tote bags and the tools that they need to go out and clean their designated little roadways. We're cleaning up from 8 to 11 in that time frame, however long it takes someone to clean up their spot, or if they want to clean up more or less, whatever they want to do. And they bring all their trash back, and we'll have guys with trucks that will go out and pick up the bags from them.
Okay.
So if they're like, oh, we got like 30 trash bags, how are we going to get all this back to, base point? Call us. We'll call the guys. They'll bring the truck and bring all the trash. Bags will be marked, and because it's part of a competition.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're doing.
We're gonna weigh them.
Yeah,
weigh
we're
the
going to weigh
bags.
them, and teams. That's why we need street cleanup teams, is because teams will get awarded. First place for teams is $250.
Yes.
Second place for teams is $100, and third place for teams is $75.
Right.
And then we're also doing individual prizes as well, because we do have just individual people that come out. And the individual prizes are $100 for first place, $75 for second place, and $50 for third place.
Gardy, all we need is to get our interns to get
There you
first
go.
place, and we get $100.
There you go.
And then we get the other intern to get second.
Yes, and then we get $175.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Perfect.
See?
We
So
really
hoping-
do need a lot of volunteers. The
Yes.
more, the merrier.
And it starts small. I mean, we're small. We have, small groups of people, but the more people that come, even little scout groups, Girl Scouts and Scouts BSA and Cub Scout packs and church groups, if everyone just does a little bit, or even cleans up in front of their business or their house, any little bit, brings it, wants to participate, that's awesome. Every little bit. We clean up our street
Yeah.
just to do it.
Very
have
cool.
I
fun.
do too. Right.
So I'm going to do a quick little intro real quick, and then we're going to keep it going. Okay. There we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are talking to the Lamarck Commission, one of the Lamarck Commissions here. It's Keep Lamarck Beautiful, where they have some really cool stuff going on. And we're going to be touching and talking about all of that. And the commission is year-round, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's an event that's taking place this Saturday. What's the name of that event, and what's going on with it?
It's the Keep Lamarck Beautiful Spring Cleanup. We're going to be out there on Saturday from 7 in the morning, starting signing everyone in, and we're cleaning up from 8 to 11. And we're doing a competition. We're going to have breakfast, and then directly afterwards, we're going to have lunch served. We're going to do hot dogs. The Lions Club is graciously providing hot dog lunch for everyone that participates and volunteers in the cleanup.
Hot dog.
Yes.
Heck yes,
Yeah.
I'm down.
So anyone
That's
that comes
popular.
out and grabs a bag and a set of gloves and cleans up a little bit, just to help. We need every man, woman, and child we can get.
Yeah. Why is this important to each one of you? I want to hear both the answers. Like, to be able to be a part of the commission, like Keep Lamarck Beautiful, literally picking up trash, because that's not what some people may want to do on a Saturday. You know, whenever you see the cause, like, hey, it's a good cause. Like, we need to do this because this is our community.
So much more than just picking up trash, too. I mean, it is, because for me, my kids play up and down the streets, and then they see cigarette boxes, Gatorade bottles, just stuff, and it looks terrible in pictures, first of all, if you try to take a picture of your kids with trash in the background. But the city just looks dingy if you've got your roadways just full of junk.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard to put a Gatorade bottle in a plastic bag in your car and not throw it out the window.
Right.
You know, it's such a little easy step everyone can take.
Yeah, I've been driving behind Kurt before. You know, I'm just driving and
Have you littered?
His AC is. I'm just kidding. No, that hasn't happened. I'm just joking. But his AC is out right now, so I can see him being like, I have to do, just pour water on myself with Gatorade, and then if the windows are down and it just flies out and hits my car, that hasn't happened. That has not happened. I'm just kidding.
You should put a bucket in your car like Flash Dance.
I just throw it in the bottom of the passenger seat.
But yeah, when you open the door to get out, sometimes the trash just will get out, like fall out.
Better in the car than on the street.
That is true.
Yes.
Then you can just, not throw the car away, but.
Wow.
But no, it's important not to litter. Like, that's one of the things. Like, okay, you see the signs, and it's like, hey, there can be a fine. Like, and that's not the only reason. Like, you can literally get a ticket for like $500. Like, do you really want to pay that?
Well, it hurts all the wildlife too. Birds and small mammals. They'll take it back and they'll try to eat it.
Right.
Like we've seen all the waterway pollution and all the plastic, and whales wash up on shore full of plastic and dead.
Turtles. It's a big problem for the turtles.
And it's awful.
Yes.
We want to make sure we especially educate children, because they're literally our future.
Right.
So if we can get the kids involved, especially go out to the schools and educate the kids about keeping even just our little city clean. If each city does it, then each county will do it. And then each, state will do it. And just little bits. If we start small and grow big, we can leave this place better than we found it.
So Lamarck, right? They're
right.
There's been a perception of Lamarck, and this is part of maybe that little bit that helps change that perception.
We want people to see Lamarck because it's beautiful. I mean, where I live in Lamarck, there's a horse pasture behind me, and it's cool. I get to look out my backyard and see my chickens and see the horses in the pasture behind me.
Are you on the east side of Highway 3?
I'm on the Texas City side of the tracks.
Okay.
So I live across Highway 3.
Yeah.
So I live in like the older part of Lamarck, kind of by City Hall and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty. They're redoing a lot of little houses. I love the city. I really do. I think it's beautiful. And I think if we take some of the lesser, the lesser parts of Lamarck,
as far as like looking at,
right.
Hey, fix them up.
And if we add a little bit of pizzazz to it, then people, because everything's starting to shift down this way.
Right.
We're building and expanding the roads. We have the largest stretch of highway in Lamarck in the county. So, we have a big...
I-45,
yeah. Of I-45. We have a big portion in our city.
Yeah.
So if we can get the image for Lamarck turned around, then that brings businesses here, that brings people here, kids here. That's good for the school district.
Yeah.
Just what we do, I feel, is really important on a whole for not just our city, but then the county in turn.
We went and looked at a house the other day for Kurt, and we had put a little video out because Kurt's looking for a house. He's looking for somewhere in Lamarck, somewhere in Texas City.
Ooh, there's a bunch by me.
There was a horse pasture that was right there. So I was wondering, I was like, is it on the east side of Highway 3 over there? And so it could be kind of close over there, but there are really cool spots where there are horses.
There really is.
Mm-hmm.
And in Lamarck, you can have a horse and you can have a chicken.
Yep.
Don't tell my girlfriend this, because she's going to want to.
You can have chickens.
17 chickens in Lamarck.
And a garden.
Great. They're really good for pest control.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So chickens, hey, they're popular. You can have chickens.
Kurt's going to build on that lot behind your house. So you're just going to show, look out the backyard one day and be like, what's going on? And Kurt's out there with the tent, and he's building a house next to it. It's going to fall down, of course.
You can camp with the chickens if you like. I'm totally fine with that.
Oh, that'd be nice.
No. I don't want any chicken.
Why not?
No chicken.
We ate chicken at K&D's in Lamarck not yesterday.
I
the day
love
before.
eating chickens. I don't want to live
Oh.
with them.
I don't know if I could. I don't know
no.
if I could.
Are they your
no
pets?
eating the chickens.
They are my pets. We get eggs from them. I have 3 roosters.
They're so delicious.
I eat chicken too. They're real good. I think maybe once the day, I'd have to find someone who would process them for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
You
they
have-
all have names. They all
Okay,
have
that's what I was
Game
gonna
of Thrones names.
Just
Of
go
course.
to
They're all
just go
named
to
after Game of
HEB or Walmart and
Right.
buy one. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well
They
that's
taste
easier.
better too. They're already seasoned. You know?
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
It's 10:23. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Vivian.
Yes.
So you are a part of the commission. You know what's your role within all of this?
You know, whenever I retired from truck driving, I did that for 23 years, pulled tankers out of Texas City.
Awesome.
And whenever I was driving, of course, that's a 7-day job. You work all the time. And I never had time to give back to my city. Now that I'm retired, I really wanted to give back to my town and to my city. And the way that I can do that is, luckily, I've managed to get on the commission so I can help get our city cleaned up and beautified. And that's very important to me, just because exactly what Alana was saying about everything that goes on the ground in our area winds up in the Gulf. Mm-hmm. At some point, it's going to wind up in the rivers, the streams, and the Gulf. And there is such a problem with pollution in the Gulf, killing the turtles, the birds, the porpoises, whales, everything. Of course, we don't have whales in the Gulf, but we have everything else.
Yeah.
And eventually it does. It winds up all over the world in our oceans. So it's important to me to clean up our city to start out with. And we have quite a bit of problems with businesses. People still will walk out, open their candy or whatever, throw the trash on the ground. So we're still having a problem with littering. And by the school children, we still are having that problem. And we want to educate people and encourage them as much as we can to help us clean up our city.
Yeah. What's crazy about that? There may be a trash can outside every business for the most part. There's a trash can right there.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
There's trash cans right there. At the library, we have 2 very nice trash cans. City Hall, same thing. I personally do the flowers at City Hall, but every time I go, I do litter abatement. I pick up litter. I pick up cigarettes, trash, and there's trash cans right there. Same thing at the library. And I would really love for every citizen in Lamarck to think about it before they drop something on the ground.
Yeah.
Because now our street cleanup that we're going to be involved in, that saves the state of Texas a huge amount of money, millions of dollars. And so every street that we clean up, we also help our state. Mm-hmm. So, it's very important to me. And that's why I'm on the commission.
Little ripples in a big wave.
Yes, exactly.
I remember being a kid, and one of the things they always did was tell us to cut of a Coke can. Like if you think of like a 6-pack of Coke, even if you're throwing it in the trash can, they say, oh, you're supposed, cut it, because if it does end up in the ocean, you'll see pictures, and it really happens, of like a turtle or something that goes in there, and
Yes,
then it
and
grows
they're
around
stuck.
it, and it's terrible.
Yes,
I still do. To this
heart-wrenching.
day, cut all my.
I do too.
Some companies are making them where they're biodegradable. Now.
Yeah.
So,
Curt, being from Nebraska, when you were a kid, did they have y'all do that or share y'all videos like, hey, this is going to end up in the ocean, it's going to end up in the water? Or is that
We
they
don't
have
have
a different
oceans
way?
in Nebraska.
I understand that. That's why I'm
Filters.
asking.
No, but we did have. I was going to mention we had these trash cans, and I always remember these trash cans in the park and around the community. They were green trash cans, and it always had a purple plum, and it was said "Keep Lexington Beautiful" on the side of it, because it used to be called Plum Creek, Nebraska, but there was I guess some really bad gangs and stuff like that back in the
Plum
1800s.
Creek, huh?
In the 1800s, they were the Plum Creek gang in the 1800s. And so they
Threatening.
said, so they're like, no, we don't want to be called Plum Creek anymore. We're going to switch to Lexington. But anyways, that's why they had the plum. But yeah, I remember those trash
story.
cans. Those trash cans were all throughout the community, and it was kind of cool. They were really nice trash cans.
Yes, and that talking about trash cans, we are
Yeah.
going to try to do a project where we have the artists in the town paint trash cans to make them pretty.
Paint the
if you've
the
seen
can
them,
sort of
stand out.
competition.
Yeah,
like Santa Fe has done it.
In Galveston?
and Galveston. Yeah,
Yes.
they have done awesome, and we think that would really benefit Lamarck.
Get all the school kids involved.
Yeah, well, it'll draw your attention. So you get so used to walking in and out of a building, it's like you don't see a trash can. They say, "Oh, there's art. Oh, there's a trash can."
It almost blends in with everything.
It does.
I think if you have something that's in front of your face, that's loud, that's like
and
throw
pretty.
your stuff away here.
Yeah.
People will take the extra 5 seconds and put the trash in the trash.
Do y'all have the artist that's going to do it yet, or y'all have someone in mind, or looking?
Oh, we're gonna do it with the citizens and the kids from the schools and stuff.
Everybody
Awesome.
Make it a
be
local
involved.
community effort.
Yeah.
Have community artwork.
That's cool.
Yes,
And
any
it not
artist that
just-
wants to do it
Yeah.
can be involved.
Wow. So let's see, it's 10:28, almost 10:29 actually, and this is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. If you want to get involved, let us know. And how can somebody get involved or find out more information if they want to volunteer on Saturday or in the future?
We actually have a brand spanking new, sparkly Facebook page. It's called the Keep Lamarck Beautiful Commission. It's not a page, sorry. It's a group. But it's a public group. So if you just search it, it's linked all over the place. The city has linked it as well on the City of Lamarck page. We have a new group, and we love to post stuff in it and get people kicking and involved. And even if you're not from Lamarck, or even if you don't live in Lamarck, if you would join the group and then share things out of it, and you know, because we all know that if you join a group, the more you participate in it, the more you see things,
Right.
and the more other people see things because of Facebook and algorithms. So if everyone just joined it and shared stuff and
Some ideas and anything. right?
absolutely, we absolutely welcome community ideas.
And I'd also like to say that on the city's Facebook page or the city's website,
Yep.
you can go and there's a place where volunteers can sign up for this event. And so go to the city's website and you can sign up there. There is a link that you can sign up.
We have a page on the city website.
Okay.
Like it's a separate, so it lists all of our events that we do and the information about who our commissioners are and all that stuff. And there is, yes, that button where you can click to register to volunteer.
Sarah's on the committee? Sarah, who works with Prepping Sisters? Is that what she's saying?
Well, I'm not sure.
She just said Keep Lamarck Beautiful committee member.
Maybe she was tagging somebody.
Now, Sarah, there is a Sarah on Keep Texas Beautiful.
Okay.
That's,
We don't have a Sarah on our local
no,
one.
not on ours.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just reading one of the comments. I got confused
okay.
by it. I was going to mention one of the things as a scout. So I'm a former Eagle Scout, and we talked about this when
Yes.
you were out there.
Wow.
Because you help out with Pack 244.
Yes, I'm the COR for 244, and next year I'll be the Wolf Den leader. I'm
They
excited about
were
that.
on our show talking about the Lemonade Days. That pack was. One of the things that we used to do as an Eagle Scout was always had the mentality of keep something better than it was before.
Yep.
You know,
No
like when you
chase.
show up, it's okay. We're gonna walk, and we used to do this thing where we would get in a line. You know, if we were on a campsite, we would get in a line, and we would look down at the ground and take a step together. We had to go up and down and check to see if there was any little trash, because then that was our idea of saying, hey, we kept this place even better than what it was.
That's wonderful. And you know, I do the same thing. Even when I go camping, I wind up with my little pickup tool and pick up the little bits
so
they
easy
miss.
to do it, and the kids love to do it. We do our scout hikes out at Jack Brooks on the trails, and every time we go on one of our scout hikes, we take garbage bags and gloves with us, and while we're walking and doing all our scout stuff, identifying things in nature and getting our hiking miles in and stuff, the kids are really good about picking up what they see. I mean, we're like, stay on the trail, kids. It's important to stay on the trail. You have to keep them from darting off into the woods. They're like, I see a soda can, and they'll run off to grab the soda can. They are like litter hawks. So it's real. I mean, even just you tell a kid, you're good. They got it.
And then it gets ingrained, like at that young age. Is that important to start whenever they're young like that?
Oh, absolutely. I think I had it ingrained as a child. Just my stepmom is super animal friendly. Like she's got chickens too, and she helps support a raptor rehab, and she is a wildlife photographer too. And so I always was taught to cut the rings and do little things and pick up stuff and make sure there's stuff out for birds and just generally taking care of stuff. And that's grown with me. So I want to make sure that it grows with our kids. I shove my kids outside with a garbage bag and a pair of gloves, and we pick up our street because that's just what you do.
That's where it starts, right?
They didn't even fight me on it. They were like, all right. They were like, I see another one. And they ran to get it. if you get them
It can be
excited
fun.
about it,
Yeah.
they like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just little bits, Scouts can also earn Girl Scouts, Boy Scout troops, or Scouts VSA troops. I'm sorry, and Cub Scout packs can also earn. There's 6 different patches I learned that they can earn doing cleanups with commissions and locally, and doing. We are also planning to do a waterway cleanup when the weather cools down, cleaning up the waterways that we have in Lamarck, which is part of Keep Texas Beautiful. Scouts can also earn patches for that, and we're all about patches and belt loops and pins and doing stuff to better and earn community service hours. So we can earn all sorts of stuff with that, all the Girl Scouts. I know we have quite a few Girl Scout troops and Cub Scout packs and stuff around here too, so everyone can come out even just for a little bit and earn a patch.
And the Scouts can also, when we're having the Don't Mess with Texas Trash Off, there's a special patch for that
There's a
they
special
can
one
earn.
just for them.
So next year when we can have our Don't Mess with Texas Trash Off, which usually is in April, we'd like to get the Scouts involved, and they can get a special patch for that.
Whenever y'all talk to people who live in the community, people who are in Lamarck, what's the feedback? Is it all positive things like, yeah, we want to get involved, or are some people just like, no, I don't want to do that? Like, come on. What's the feedback?
People are a little hesitant because of the reputation that Lamarck has earned in the past. Like, it was a really amazing city, and then things sort of seemed to had fallen apart there for a little while. And then the school district taken over by Texas City, so there's been a lot of sort of in limbo-esque. Yes,
right.
It's changed. People are weird with change. I don't like change. Change is scary. You got to deal with it. But there's so much going on that the city is trying to do, and with us and with Parks Board and all the other little boards and commissions that we have to really make Lamarck a good place. Like on, what is that? It's not Main Street where the post office is. Laurel?
First and Laurel, over that way.
Where they're building up that new, where that
Coffee, Art of Coffee.
Yes, that place is going to be. That building looks gorgeous. So really trying to ramp up like a little downtown artsy vibe, personal feel.
Yeah, you as a citizen, of Lamarck, that's nice. Like,
very.
hey, you
Oh,
see
it's
something
wonderful.
like that,
Very
nice, right?
And I would like to add to this about volunteers. In the garden club, our folks are a little older. We have a few younger ones, but most of them are older. And I think they think that if you're going to get out and do a street cleanup, that you're going to be out there for hours and it's really going to be painful. But you don't have to do that. Any small cleanup, and if you won't say, like our garden club, what I tell people is, you can be out there for 10 minutes. If you're ready to go in, we'll take you in. Just come out and be involved. That's what we need, some involvement. I know it's hot. That's one reason we're starting early. But I'm going to be out there and, with my pickup tool, and I'm gonna be walking Cedar Street in Vaucher. And I'm older. I can do it. So we're asking to just get out there, even if it's for a short time.
If somebody's listening on 99.5 FM or streaming on KHEAradio.com or watching on Facebook and they want to get involved, maybe be considered to be a part of a committee or even just volunteer, how can they do that? Like, because being a part of a committee is, I suppose, how you can start and be a part of that change.
Yes.
How can somebody join one?
You can actually write a letter to a council person and say that, I really would love to be on the Keep Lamarck Beautiful Commission. I'd like to be on the Parks Board or any of those things. And they will consider you. And even if you say, not necessarily to be a commissioner, but I want to volunteer. I want to help out. When they have the big events, I'd like to be there. You can write to any council person and go on our Facebook page, a Keep Lamarck Beautiful group, and make comments there. We'll contact you.
Yeah.
We'll get back with you.
And attend our meetings.
Okay.
We have meetings. Our meetings are the first
The
second Wednesday of every month.
at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. I got all confused because Daniel's, I think, joining commission too. But they're the second Wednesday of every month at 6 o'clock, and we're there, and some of us are there early, and we have an open public comment time. Like, we want people to come. We want people to tell us what they see what they see wrong
and what
Yeah.
they
what
want to do.
Yeah, what
Is
they
this
want to do.
city council meetings, are they the same way? Like it's
Yes,
open?
you're welcome. They have citizens participation now. To really speak about a subject, you will have to be on the agenda. But as far as citizen participation, you can go, and that's right at the first of the meeting. Say you wanted to come to Keep Lamar Beautiful, and you wanted to say, I would really love to see this beautification project. You could do that, and then when you're done speaking, you don't have to stay to listen to all that whole meeting that we have to do. You're welcome to leave. It's totally up to you, but you are definitely welcome to come.
If we don't see stuff as commissioners ourselves, and we don't notice an issue, then we can't do
That's
anything
right.
about the issue. So if we have people, if you comment or you message the Facebook group and you let us know,
Yeah, we'll
we can
try our best.
put it on our agenda to maybe fix it or to make it better or
I
you know,
got
abate.
one.
Yeah.
I got one. We need a stronger radio tower for KHEA radio and the funding to fund it.
Oh man, the funding.
What do you think? What do you think?
Hey, go,
that's a great
go,
suggestion.
Let's go for it.
car washes.
We could do that. I'll get Kurt and the interns out there washing all the cars.
Oh,
That'd be great.
that take about a year or so,
film it.
right?
A
Not
year
with this
every
guy.
day.
Every day.
I'm like the guy. What's that movie where he gets on the car and starts using his body to wash the car? That would be me.
Dodgeball?
No, it's not dodgeball. What is it? It's that cartoon movie, Sing.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah, and he gets up there and he starts washing the car with his body, and you're like, this is awkward.
Whatever it takes. You may earn more money than just normal washing. I don't know. We'll see.
You know, they do pretty good with the high school clubs and stuff that
Oh,
do
yeah.
their car washes.
Yeah.
Everyone's always in mud with their trucks around here.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, y'all were talking about the council, the city council meetings and members and even, the commissions that y'all have. Is it easy to communicate with those local city council people?
Oh yeah. They all have their own email address. You can contact the city; they'll be happy to give it to you, help you find out which district you're in, so that you can be communicating with your council person in your district.
So the districts are split up. I guess the city.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand how it works.
In
If
blocks.
and you live in a certain area, so this is your
Right.
council member. So they represent the people who live on this part.
Yes,
Like,
like
I'm
that part.
District D.
right.
Are you District D?
I think so.
How many
Yes.
council members are there?
We have
4.
no, it's because it's you and it's me.
Oh, you're talking about city
So-
council?
Oh, city
Oh,
council.
our
City
commission.
council.
Oh.
And then on y'all's too. I guess on both. Just curious.
Okay, well, the commission we have 5.
You and me and Joe and Kathy and David
Kim,
and
Terry. Yeah, so
6.
6, I guess.
We have
6 on y'all's
us.
commission.
And
On our
as far as
commission.
council people, I believe it's, sorry, but I think it's 4.
Okay.
But yeah, you can call the city; they'll help you out, and they'll.
Their email addresses for their city email addresses are usually listed with their information on the city website as well.
Awesome.
So like I email Casey because she's my councilwoman for my district.
Mm-hmm.
I email her all the time. I mean, I'm on the commission now, so sometimes I text her, but she's real good about getting back to emails
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah, they
most
are.
of them usually are. Like they get busy because you got
There's a lot going
a lot
on.
of city stuff to do, but
Right.
they're really good about responding to people's questions
And those are
needs and stuff.
usually not paid positions,
No, it's all volunteer. We're all
including
volunteer.
the mayor.
Yes, yeah. No, there's no big pay involved here in
So
anything.
we really like our city.
Yeah.
Yes,
We've
so
had
it's all we all do it just because we want to.
to make a change and help make a difference.
Exactly.
We just dropped a video this morning. We do every other week we do a video called "Shine On Lamarck."
I love those videos.
So we just dropped one today for Serious Tackle, which is located at the Gulfway Plaza, and here in Lamarck. And so we try to shine the light on something that is positive in our community.
Oh,
and
great.
They
so,
do a really good job with it too.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I might add.
Do y'all have any suggestions where we should go? So we've done underwater green fishing lights. We've done Mama Francis Soul Kitchen,
done
Benito's in downtown Lamarck. We've
Have you
done
the
quite a
Crisis
few.
Center thrift store that's over there in the plaza.
Is it RCC? Not yet.
They're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I have been going there for forever because I'm a thrifter, and they watched me go through my whole pregnancy with my daughter. And she's 3 now, but they still they've watched her, and they know us when we go in there, and they're super friendly. And just the cause giving to
It's
the
a nice shop,
Crisis
too.
Center,
Mhm.
yeah, they
It
just
is.
moved from right next to Boot Kickers over to where Toxic City used to be. Do you remember when they used to be over there? That's where I met Chevy, actually.
Yeah.
Was at Toxic City when they opened up over there just on the opposite side by Scrapping.
Oh, okay. In the same mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a
Bigger
good
space.
shop there. Like just walking through.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I
It
almost
is.
bought a $60 couch there, but I was like,
Oh, it's
I
amazing.
find so much stuff there.
Yeah.
They do a really good job. They get a lot of good donations in a lot of the times. But
I haven't been to the new spot, but now that they're in the Toxic City area spot, but I definitely went in the other one. Yeah, so there's a lot going on, in Lamarck, and we like to have the opportunity to drop those videos.
Oh, and we have a new little landscaping place.
we do
You
across from Snow King.
Right across the street, Cedar Street from Snow King, we have a new little landscaping business. The man's name is Sam Swain and his wife, and they have products inside their little store, which now that school is going
Summer.
into the summer season, they're going to have that open. But they have soils, they have compost, mulch, sand. They have all kinds of stuff. It's a real nice little place.
Is it the Burger Palace building?
It's right behind the
Yeah.
Burger Palace.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, that's all been redone. He just freshly painted it,
Yeah, it
and
looks really nice
he's
out
super nice gentleman, and his kids go to school here. But I want to make sure before we go to tell y'all about the rest of our spring cleanup. Do I have time?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, cool. Because I want to make sure that everyone knows we're going to have 5 large dumpsters at the parking lot at City Hall on Bayou Road, 1111 Bayou Road. Get your stuff together, load it up. You can bring it for free, which is a really big plus.
And we have people to help you unload it.
That's awesome.
If you
If
can't
you
unload
need
it,
to.
right? We're
Yeah.
going to have some guys there. When you come in, the entrance is going to be off of Cedar. You're going to come in and you'll go through where the dumpsters are. They can help you. We're going to have a dumpster for lawn debris. We'll have one for metals. We'll have one for furniture, and we'll have a couple for just miscellaneous trash.
Stuff.
And they'll tell you which one to unload at, and they can help you if you need help. And then you'll exit out on Bayou Road.
One flow of traffic.
Yeah, hopefully one flow of traffic. We will also have a tire trailer. So if you have a tire or several tires you don't know what to do with, bring them down. We have a trailer that you can put them there. We also are going to have a shredder truck. If you saved up your mail like I have a huge box of mail. You can just take it down there and for free get it shredded.
I know my mom does that. Sometimes, like, the bank will do it once every again, right? And she's like, "Oh, I gotta take one and go drop it," and that's probably smart. I'm just like try to rip it up as much as I can, but a shredder will do it.
Yeah,
better than that.
Yeah, just have your little box or your trash can. Throw all your trash in there, and then when we have our events, we're gonna try to have the shredder truck there every event, which is twice a year. We have our spring trash off and our fall sweep.
Yes,
So that's going to be in November.
November 9th. We've already scheduled that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the two big events y'all do.
That's
the
the
two
two
big
big
events.
cleanup events. And well, also we're going, like Alana said, we're going to do a waterway cleanup. That's going to be something new we haven't done.
We haven't scheduled that yet, but that's part of, because we're, like Vivian said earlier, we're affiliates of Keep Texas Beautiful. We're also affiliates now of Keep America Beautiful.
Yes.
So we're getting bigger. So we're gonna get everyone together and go clean up like Highland Bayou and all the little, creekways and waterways that we have in this city. Because I know we run down into quite a bit of waterway.
Wow.
And it'll be after Bayou Fest as well, probably. When it's cooler, and so we can sort of abate some of the trash that might get.
And traditionally, Houston and Galveston do their waterway cleanups in March, I believe. And maybe in the coming year we can get one in March. We also we're going to have Christmas lighting competition this year. We have it every year, but this year's going to be a little different. We're going to let the citizens vote on it.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's fun.
you will have to make your submission that you want to be in that competition, and I believe that's going to be somewhere around December 9th. And then we're going to have voting like the 13th, 14th, 15th, where you can vote online for your favorite one.
Yes.
So that's going to be a real big fun thing too. We're going to do.
We want the people that live here to be involved with
Yes.
picking who their
Yeah.
favorite
Yeah.
house is.
So here's something I want to ask, and y'all may know the answer, and if not, that's okay. But I see on Instagram there's like business yards of the month.
Yeah.
That they have like houses of the month, and every time that there's a post from the KHEA radio Instagram, I start sweating and a little angry, and I'm just like, when is KHEA radio going to be considered?
Look at our front yard right here.
Looks beautiful.
It's beautiful, right? Like right here.
We want to be considered one day.
Well, hey, actually, Abundant Life has been nominated. I'm sorry, not you guys, but the center here.
I get that our window needs some work.
You know
It's
what?
a little foggy.
It's beautiful. Right out. The chairs out in
Yeah,
your lobby
looks nice.
area are super organized, and
they-
they're all a correct distance from each other.
They won't give us a yard.
Do you
No.
want me to take
Can
a
we get
picture
a
and post it
sign?
on our Facebook page?
Yes.
That's
all we want.
We'll see what we
Some
can do for you
recognition?
guys.
Okay, here's another request.
All right.
We just want we've never been given an award, so we haven't been a radio station that long, but still.
You know how hard it is when we get nominated for things like the 40 under 40, and they say list your accomplishments, and we're like,
we don't have any accomplishments. That's why we are nominated. Hopefully,
we get nominated, and then they're like, list your accomplishments, and we're like, we've never done anything.
We'll have to see what we
Yes,
can
you
do, 'cause
have.
you guys are a huge part of this community.
Yeah, getting the word out about
everyone
us.
watches you guys.
So yeah, we had to stretch. So for that one, I was just like, accomplishment.
Did you get yours in on time?
Yeah,
I didn't.
You really didn't?
No, I
Did you
did
make
it on
sure to
Sunday.
put amazing personality on there?
didn't.
Oh no, I sent it Sunday.
My mom
I'm
says I
hoping
have
that
an amazing personality.
My mom loves me.
My mom says I only call her every time I'm on the radio.
I wanted to read yours because I can only imagine. I was like, Kurt loves talking about
I was
Kurt,
like,
his favorite topic.
I was like, I wrote a book called KHEA Radio, the Kurt Casper story.
Yeah.
That was one of my accomplishments.
Did you?
No,
No.
he did
Oh.
not.
I'm going to be.
I was like, I read it.
2050.
Yeah. Oh, see, look.
You would read it?
Sure.
New York Times bestseller.
There you go.
Start a book.
KHEA, the Kurt Casper story.
There you go.
It's the prequel to the closer, the Kurt Casper story.
I thought the closer was first.
Anyway, the closer. Oh,
We have like 10 minutes left.
Closer's a really good show.
Yeah, that is a TV show. You know
It
that?
is.
But like his was like the closer whenever he closed Subway. It's like his stories when he worked at
That's when
Subway
it
in high
started.
school. He was
that's
the
how life
closer.
started.
The closer.
Everything
at
up into
Subway.
that point was not important in the Kurt Casper story, but it was
Right.
the closer, and then it's KHEA, and that's it. That's the only two parts of Kurt's life that matter.
Closing
about
the
it.
store is important for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the only. It's for people who have to put up with people who clock out at 6 o'clock, or in KHEA's terms, like 4:30.
You don't. Yeah. Okay. You
Sorry.
don't ever clock out.
Sorry.
You're on
Can
the
I
clock.
talk about something else?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
we got time?
Oh yes, we got about
we
10,
got-
Oh,
8 minutes.
minutes.
Can y'all see this?
Yeah, that's that art is awesome.
This is Don't Mess with Texas. This is their calendar that they put out every year,
Mm-hmm.
and the school kids can get involved. All of the photos, the pictures in here are done by school kids, kindergarten through 12th grade. It's really fabulous. And next year, especially, maybe we can come talk about it some more, where the school kids can do their pictures, and we'll submit them to TxDOT.
Got some
And
talented
if they
kids.
win, they will be one of these pictures in the calendar. And it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I'm amazed at the talent that our kids have.
Really, that's a good long.
Oh,
one.
it's fabulous. So next year, guys, actually our competition, they extended the date this year to May 31st. You'd have to have your picture postmarked by then. But if you've got one and you want to get it in, contact us and we'll do our best to get it
Absolutely.
postmarked by the
We'd love to
31st
help.
and get you in there.
Am I the only person who goes straight to the birthday? Like, oh, what's my birthday
No.
month? I'm in
I do it
February.
too.
and I'm
I
like,
do.
I do it too.
that's the picture. That's what I usually do. But this is some amazing art.
It is
It's
beautiful
very cool.
art.
Look at this one.
I love that it's
Someone
all
drew
kids
this?
too.
All the kids did that. All the
insane.
Ooh,
kids.
that's
It makes-
my birthday month.
It makes me feel terrible about my own artistic skills. I'm like,
I
I
look
can't. I can
back-
barely draw a
look at
stick
this
figure half the
one.
time.
I look back, and apparently in kindergarten, I won like first place at the Dawson County Fairgrounds
my
for my
goodness.
artwork. And I
Really?
looked at it, and it was like ugly. And I was like, what the heck?
Someone had sympathy
First
for
grader.
you, apparently.
Oh, look at this one.
It's amazing. I mean, a lot of these are little kids.
Wow. Does it list the art? Yeah, okay. Jessica did this one from Mission, Texas. Shout out to Mission. That's where my mom's from. I got some family down there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they do it
She's a-
statewide.
It's
a whole
very
statewide.
cool.
It
This is a
is
beautiful
it
calendar.
is amazing. So yeah, so maybe maybe next year more people will know about it and get their kids involved. Hey, they can actually start drawing now and have it ready for next year.
Stacy said, those are lies because you are so artsy. Is that true?
My mom.
Is that your mom? I don't know. Are you artsy?
Stacy, okay, yeah, I guess I am. I do a lot of craftsy stuff. I paint shirts for.
Cool.
I'm really good at copying things.
Okay.
Like we go to Comic
Me too.
Palooza every year in Houston. Do you go to that?
I haven't been yet.
Man, you gotta go. We go. It's not like our family vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go every year and it's super fun. And usually I make shirts for our kids and I paint them. So like I did like a basic minimalist style like Greninja from Pokemon, and I did Baby Groot. And
everybody gets their own custom shirt on
there?
there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I paint shirts and do little things. I guess I am I'm really artsy minded. I've never been like one of those original art. Do you know what I mean?
Not
like
yet.
I can't like
with the
these
trash
kids
cans
in the calendar.
Are you going to be doing some really cool stuff on the trash cans? I want to see a Baby Groot trash can. If you could do that, I feel like all the kids
I
would be
really
like,
want
oh,
to.
this is awesome.
I really want to. Like I want to be one of the people to do some art. I think it would be fun. And my oldest is pretty artsy too. He's he'll scribble away all the time, drawing like Deadpool and other Marvel characters and stuff. So maybe we'll get do a family trash can.
And
That'd be fun.
we'll let y'all know when we're going to do the trash can project so we get all the artists to come and participate.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is there anything else you'd like to share about stuff y'all have going on, or anything about Lamarck, or anything at all, really?
Really, I would love people to follow the page and join the group and give us ideas and suggestions, because this is a citywide group effort. This is we need every
do.
man, woman, and child
Yes.
if we're going to keep the city beautiful and keep it going beautiful to where we have a downtown area where we can walk and look at art and drink coffee and we like to. I love that. I love that. If we can get that sort of vibe through the whole city, like just I feel like the caliber will just raise up.
Yes.
And
we're interested in doing some landscaping projects. We'd like to see more flowers and beautification through landscaping. I think that would make our city so much prettier.
KHEA radio. We
yes,
can do that.
We're gonna do a sign for y'all, and we're gonna come put it right out here.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be amazing. And then we would list it. We would not stop talking about that. If y'all could get
We're
some
gonna
kind of
do
like
it.
a sign,
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it.
even like print out a certificate, or if you you see this piece of paper right here, if you wrote like down anything, the Lamarck Commission.
We will give you a nice,
We're gonna fix you up.
legitimate certificate.
It's going
to
on
put
the
in your
wall.
window.
It's going on the
there you
wall.
go.
It's going to be displayed proudly.
Would you like a frame?
We don't need it for. I'm telling you,
Are
if
you
you
sure?
wrote down on this piece of paper, like this one right here.
No, we love you guys. You need
Just
an
on
actual
the back.
certificate, and
We'll
if you
get
want a
you-
little
yeah.
frame, I'll put it in a
Oh.
frame for you.
We
I
do
forgot.
have, the last time that we had Keep Lamarck Beautiful in, they brought this 99.5 street sign.
I remember, yeah. It was right after BioFest, or a bit after.
Yeah.
And I forgot something. I got to tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new award called the Good Neighbor Award.
We do. We just started that.
We just started. Any neighbor, like one of our neighbors that has been nominated. In fact, he's won. His name is Hugh. The lady, his neighbor, she's been very ill. She cannot take care of her place. He goes and he mows her yard, and he just does it for no pay. And we have that other one of our commissioners who was fighting cancer. Her neighbors came and decorated her place for Christmas. So if you have a neighbor, anyone that you know is doing a great job, nominate those people. You can go to our Facebook group page or the city's website and nominate them.
That's awesome.
Because we know we got really good people, and they get a little certificate to recognize that they're just an awesome part. Because keeping Lamarck beautiful isn't just about picking up trash. It's about beautiful people and creating a good atmosphere in our city.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Have y'all entered for the chance to win that cruise yet on Facebook?
I probably have like 7 times.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to mention that one more time because y'all could be going on a cruise. As we run out of time, on Friday we're picking the winner, and so it's really easy. It's through Facebook. Like, share, comment on Facebook, and that's it, and you can win.
All right.
It's a video.
I'll help you with it afterwards.
Pinned on the top.
It's super easy. Yeah, we're going to be making the announcement 7 o'clock. Bay Shore Grill. We're going to be live there. If you want to come have dinner with us, you can. And then maybe you'll hear your name. But you don't have to, because you can also listen. We're going to be broadcasting live on Facebook. You can tune in on our Facebook page and see if you're the winner. That's Friday night, 7 o'clock. Make sure you tune in.
Great.
It'd be cool if someone from Lamarck won.
Yes, it would.
It would be.
Especially if it was
see.
me.
Especially. Yeah, and then who are you taking? Because you're allowed to take one person.
You take me with
You
you.
take-
I'll take Alana. There you go.
Done.
Go on vacation together.
Easy.
Get a break from all the kids.
It'd be a good trip after all of the work that y'all have been putting in and everything. So
And how much
It
we're
would be
going to
great.
sweat on Saturday.
it's gonna be fun.
It's going to be great.
I'm really
It is.
excited
It's gonna be
about it.
fun.
I'm really jazzed.
I like
It's
y'all
gonna be
made it
great.
into a competition, so there's gonna be places, and
Yeah.
that's what helps make it fun.
Yes.
We're going to have door prizes too. We are. We're
Oh,
going to
door-
have
little
little
door
raffle
prizes.
$10.
Yeah.
Oh,
raffles
and
with
last
prizes.
year the individual winner was one of the kids from grade school that came and helped. He won a $100 gift certificate.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're a kid, you can be involved in that too and win a gift card.
I love that a child came
Awesome.
out and just
Yeah.
volunteered his time on his own accord.
Yes,
Knocked
it
it
just
out.
to
came
do
out.
something better.
Cool. So you know what? Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Oh,
If
thank
you're
you.
watching,
Having us.
if you're watching on Facebook, you can still share this video out if you want to get the word out about this event that's taking place on Saturday and why people should join. So make sure that they go out there, join that Facebook group, and just be a part of keeping their community and keeping Lamarck beautiful.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
a busy day today. We're going to be meeting with the United Way today about a major event that's going to be taking place this September called a taco cook-off, the World Championships. KHEA Radio is going to be doing that. So we'll have more details about that. Coming up on tomorrow's show, we're going to have Tim from Simefly, and the 4Ws fishing team will be our guest. We're going to start that show at 8:30-ish. So make sure that you tune back in tomorrow.
All right, this is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Kickstart's on every weekday, 8:30 to 11. And Friday is going to be maybe one of our favorite weekdays, well, just in general. But we're giving away the cruise that evening, so make sure that you join us. Bayshore Grill, Friday night. We're going to start the show about 7 o'clock. It's going to be a special evening. We're going to pick somebody who's going to go on a cruise. It could be you. Probably is going to be you, so make sure that you're there. It's 11 o'clock. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is House Fires on KHEA. Y'all have a blessed day.
Make sure you go download the KHEA Radio app. Just search for KHEA Radio on the App Store and the Google Play Store. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.